Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds Podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd can...
talk film! I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
Welcome to the 600th episode and some of Real Nerds Podcast. For 12 years, we have been giving people the greatest movie podcast of all time. That's what I heard. Don't let me, I'm not going to tell you what my source is, but someone has told me. Joining me is Brad.
I'm here.
Brad, you and I have been doing this since the beginning. When
does it end, Ryan?
This is our baby. In fact, exactly 200 episodes ago, we all were here for the 400th episode of Real Nerds Podcast. This time, we're doing something a little different, but I'll introduce everybody, then I'll introduce what we're doing today. Brad, as always. And your Rebound movie had one of my favorite jokes of all time in it.
Thank you.
Is this old lady died of a long battle of old age? Great joke. Henry is with us.
Good evening.
Zach.
I'm actually known as the artist formerly known as Zach. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Use my symbol, damn it.
Zach.
Yeah.
Use my symbol and find me at Paisley Park.
We're also joined by The Sign and and Corinne. Welcome.
Hey, congratulations on 600 episodes, everybody.
Yeah. Henry, do you remember the first episode of us you were on?
It was Ted 2.
Nice pull. I know Zach was Burt Wonderstone. Mm-hmm. For some reason, that one sticks with me. Like,
we also had
chlamydia.
We had Matty O'Connor and Andrew Bueno there, too. So I think that kind of like, you thought one of them would become the fourth real nerd. And boy, were you fucking wrong.
No, like, I Matty O'Connor I really like. I think he's like a brilliant comedian, but he's a little too weird. Like, and he does his own thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Matty's one of my oldest friends, so I won't pass judgment on him. But I respect your opinion.
Not weird in a bad way. I'm just saying that he does his own thing.
You hear that, Matty? You're doing your own thing, and we love you.
Well, I mean, some of my favorite interviews, which you can find on realnerdspodcast.com, is the Matty O'Connor trilogy.
Oh, God, those are so great.
Where he comes back every day at Denver Fan Expo, or Comic-Con at the time, as a different character. That evidently devolves into us talking about weird crap.
Yep.
It's great. Corinne, do you remember the first episode you were on?
I think it was going to be Moana, and then it ended up being...
You're welcome.
Manchester by the Sea / Edge of 17, something like that.
What a weird episode to debut on.
What a weird combo of Edge of 17
Welcome to a
and
Movie Nerd
Manchester by the
podcast,
Sea.
Manchester by the Sea.
Yeah, I think you guys went to see Manchester by the Sea, but then somehow it got lost in translation, and then I went to see Edge of 17 or something
They
like that.
sound very similar when you say them very fast.
Yes.
Casey Affleck does break down in both of them and talk about how he set a fire to his family in both of those movies.
So what I love is I've met new friends, wonderful people. Still get to hang out with one of my oldest friends, because Brad and I are fucking old as shit. And I get to talk about movies all the time. In fact, we talk about movies so many times that we each have an idea of a movies that people should watch. And assholes that we are, we haven't taken us up on that. So Brad came up with this wonderful concept for episode 600, where we pull together 20 movies each. And these movies have been randomly generated. I'm not 100% sure because of what I got. They've been randomly generated. And we each had to watch.
There. You saw the machine do it.
Yeah. There's some delay because there's no way I got anime and French shit And like, all the stuff I talk shit about, well, like Corinne gets, Top Secret. Zach gets Little Monsters. Like movies I actually enjoy. And you got one of my favorite spoofs of all time.
To be fair, I don't think it was taking any biases in because my list was designed to hurt you specifically.
Well, and I'm also going to push back because you're pretty active on Letterboxd.
I am, yeah.
Have you actually seen Cats?
No, I've not seen Cats.
You motherfucker. Just like Corinne put me down for the third part of a movie that's 2.5 hours long, and the whole time I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this movie?
To be fair, I misheard the rules and thought we were still selecting things that we ourselves might have to watch and review, so I thought, this will be my chance to see Cats.
No,
I
it wasn't
wrong.
your chance. It was mine.
I know.
But
sorry.
but it's not the worst movie. I'll talk about the worst movie I saw. And I'm going to grill some people about their choice in movies and how they feel about it.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways.
You think we're the only ones who have to answer for anything, Ryan? I had to watch Titane, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
No, I will push back on the movie I saw was way worse than Titane, even though they're somewhat similar.
I'm still very shocked that my list ended up hurting Brad the most. Because I'm like, I don't want to make anybody suffer needlessly, but at the same time, I'm very happy I forced him to watch a George Burns movie.
So, what's going to happen is I'm going to introduce everybody, and then you can pick whatever order of the movies you want to watch. So introduce a movie that you got randomly, in quotes, picked for you, and you can talk about it. Everybody understand the rules? You listening at home understand the rules?
No,
Basically, this was designed to torture people. And for some reason, all my cool movies got picked, and none of Leprechaun Returns, but none of my really shitty movies I put on the list got picked.
I
have a feeling I got the shitty movies. I even got Corinne's worst Studio Ghibli film. How the fuck did that happen? Why? Because
Karma.
God hates me.
Well, I mean, it's comeuppance of sorts, I suppose. But I need you to explain these rules in a Jigsaw-esque fashion because I don't understand torture rules unless Tobin Bell's telling me things.
I want to play a game.
Okay, good. Now I understand the rules.
You all sit on your high horse thinking you know most about movies.
You're all a bunch of Scorsese
But now
fans.
I'm going to make you watch a movie you don't want to watch. Watch the movie or die. Your choice.
God, I wish I was.
Also, pay your writers. Finally, you'll go back to appreciating life.
Dude, I will say this, that I watched the 3 probably worst movies I could at the beginning. I had to take a fucking break.
Yeah.
Honestly, I need to take a break. It put me in a horrible mood. And Kellen's like, Daddy. He's like, get the fuck away from me. And I was like, man, what is wrong with me? And then I realized I watched fucking Climax. So, Henry, I'm going to start with you.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go in order of the ones that I watched, which means I started with the lovely film Cat in the Hat.
Hi, Mrs. Kwan. Hi. Thanks for babysitting on such short notice. I'll be back in a couple of hours. Conrad, Sally, remember the rules. No playing ball in the house, no fighting, no answering the phone, city morgue, and absolutely no one sets foot in the living room or else.
Hit me!
This holiday season,
What was that?
Universal Pictures, DreamWorks Pictures, and Imagine Entertainment invite you to the ultimate house party.
Let's get this party started!
From Brian Grazer, the producer of The Grinch, Mike Myers,
This cat is currently in violation of 17 of your mother's rules. 18!
The Cat in the Hat.
Humana. Who is this?
That's my mom.
Awkward.
Oh, yeah, that was mine, sorry.
Yep, got that one. So, yeah, it's Cat in the Hat. I always try to find something good to say about all these movies. This was difficult. It's one of those things where you can tell that the director... it's the only thing the director's ever made. I don't know his name because I don't need to. But the director is a production designer by trade.
Yeah, Bo Welch.
Yeah. And it's interesting because, like, in the first 30 minutes, I was like, the production design's not bad of this movie. Like, it's actually trying to do a lot. However, it does not save the fact that every other element of this movie is really bad. Like, because it's just embarrassing for literally everyone involved. It doesn't matter if you're Mike Myers, if you're Alec Baldwin, if you're those two kids. It's an awful experience that's embarrassing for all of them involved. Part of the issue is that none of the humor lands whatsoever. Part of the jokes are definitely intended for kids, which means all the parents watching, anyone over the age of 7 watching it's going to hate it. But then they have also all of these references and jokes for people who have to be over 50. And so I don't know who's enjoying these. It's just awful. Just across the board, it's awful. It has the same soundtrack as the live-action Scooby-Doo, which I noted, which is fun.
So I picked that movie because Kellen, who's with me right now, made me watch it a bunch of times. Kellen, what do you think about Cat in the Hat?
I think it's pretty weird because, like, he cuts off his tail when he's not looking. He has a machine to make cupcakes. How he makes them instead of just baking them with the machine. What is it for? He puts the machine in the oven.
Do you like the movie?
Yes, indeed.
So, a 9-year-old loves the movie, and he also said that it's really weird.
Yeah.
A 9-year-old also greenlit the movie over at Universal.
I think I was a little younger than 9 when this movie came out, and I remember I asked my mom, like, oh, can we go see Cat in the Hat? And my parents were like, absolutely not.
Your parents were the smartest
your parents are good
Yeah,
people.
So I didn't see this until years later, and I think that was a good choice.
My parents took me. They actively listened to my desire to see it after being a fan of The Grinch. Look where it got me, Henry.
Yeah.
You're lucky. You turned out all right.
Yeah, you could turn out like Zach. Speaking of, do you have anything else you'd like to say about
Absolutely not.
Perfect. Zach, I also put, I'm going to try to do a 2-minute thing on each movie.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot to get through.
Okay.
But if you're funny and it's good conversation, I'll let you continue. But if it sucks, I'm going to cut you off.
Fine. Wonderful. Totally down. All right.
Zach?
Well, I'll start on a high note. Why not? So my first one was Weathering with You.
A special heavy rain advisory has just been issued in the Tokyo area.
Would you like the rain to stop?
What do you mean by?
It's gonna clear up.
She really was the Sunshine Girl.
What do you know about the boy in the video?
Stop! What do I do? They're going to separate us.
Let's run away!
One must be careful. A tragic fate awaits the Weather Maiden.
Let's make a promise to each other to always be together.
There's nothing more gorgeous than a beautiful, clear sky.
Hold on tight!
I don't want to shoot you.
You helped me find a reason to live. I'm really glad I met you. So please, don't cry, Utica.
Time to grow up, little man.
I need to see her again, even if it's just once. Nina, where are you?
Now, I had known after getting this selected that this was made by the same studio that made Your Name, so my girlfriend was like, well, you need to watch Your Name before you watch Weathering with You, and she had not seen either of these either, but she wanted to go in order. I think that was good, because Your Name helps me set up emotionally for Weathering with You. I will say, though, that the consequence of that is that I found Weathering with You to be lesser than Your Name, but only by like half a star. Weathering with You is, I mean, the basic plot is a kid who's a runaway, lands in Tokyo, becomes a journalist assistant, finds a real-life Sunshine Girl, and Sunshine Girls can help bring the sun out when it's raining. And the whole film deals with the fact that as many times as she allows the sun to come out with her magic powers, she also loses a part of her life. And so a lot of it becomes about like gripping onto that and like how to balance your own happiness with making sure that others don't suffer. And it has a good commentary about being a runaway, like youth and whatnot. And it's just beautifully animated. Like it is like one of those films that, even though I didn't like it as much as Your Name, it's a film that I would rewatch from the sole purpose of watching the artistry involved. I think like the fact that they want to remake something like Your Name as a live action film, or maybe even want to try to temper with this one, I'd be like, stop. You don't need it. Animation is the right format for this kind of story, and it absolutely sells. And I don't think I've ever been entranced 100% in a Lee Pace performance than I have with his role as the head of this newspaper that takes in the kid at the beginning. Like, he is very, very good in the movie. I like Lee Pace, but this is one where I'm like, man, you are given so much fun stuff to do. You're not just a villain in a Spielberg Lincoln movie. Like, you are genuinely having some fun here. So yeah, Weathering with You is a definite recommend. Whoever put that on their list, I'm glad that they put that on there. I'm assuming it's you, Corinne?
Actually, Brad put it on there for James.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got to get it instead of James. Fuck him.
Corinne, what movie did you enjoy first or hate first, or you just tell us what's going on?
The first movie I watched was Boo, A Medea Halloween, because I thought it would be like one of the least worst ones on the list.
Don't come over here with that damn foolishness. Let something jump up out of this damn box. You got knocked the hell out.
What's up, ladies? We're having a Halloween party tonight, so why don't you come on by?
Tiffany, what's going on? Chill out, Pops. It's cool. Hey, Medea, I gotta go out of town. I was wondering if you can come by and just keep an eye on Tiffany.
No, son, no, I can't come over there. It's Halloween night. You know I like to go nowhere on Halloween.
I'll pay you.
I'm on my way. I'll be there now. How you doing, baby? Good to see you.
I'm glad you're here to help me with her because there's a party around the corner, and I want to be sure she doesn't try to sneak out.
This is gonna be so wild. These children today. You got to drop the hammer on them.
What's the worst that can happen to her? Turn to prostitution, drugs? Hell, how you think I met your mama?
You shouldn't be here. Mr. Wilson died in this house on Halloween. He killed his entire family.
What the hell is this?
After 10, the ghosts come out.
What the hell wrong with this human monkey?
Oh, hell no! Strange things start happening.
Manny, what is it?
You see something scary?
It's white.
You see white people.
All my life I had to fight. There's something in this house. We gotta get out of here.
Let's watch.
She's a very kinky girl.
Don't answer that, Mom. I saw it in a movie. When she answered the phone, she got dead.
Now, who the hell is it?
Hello, dear. Do you want to play a game?
She will never let you.
Nice costume, dude. Show us your boobs.
You want to see her? Behold, paradise.
I need a drink.
I used to get dollar bills for that.
We about to get turned up.
She's super freaking down. Somebody pray for me. What the hell wrong with it? Let me look up under the hood. Is everybody all right?
Mom, I'm scared of you.
Ain't nothing out there.
My
What
dad!
the hell wrong with you? Oh, hell. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus.
Tyler Perry's Boo, A Medea Halloween.
I don't know if it is. Maybe it wasn't the right one to start with.
It's cinema.
You really should have started with Boo 2.
Only makes sense if you watch the sequel first.
So I'll just say I've never seen any of the Tyler Perry productions.
Yeah, he's not a good director.
So went into this totally cold and got hit immediately with Disney Channel level acting. And then it just kind of went downhill from there somehow. And it ended with like a bunch of people, including teenagers, like high school students, getting like maybe molested on this bus filled with fake criminals.
What?
So, yeah.
The Halloween movie?
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty scary.
No, that's supposed to be the funny part, Ryan.
Oh.
That's what's messed up.
All right.
I don't know. It was just, yeah.
The Medea
You know when it's a good movie when someone's like, I don't even know, this is shit.
Okay.
The Medea movies are a weird, interesting beast that exist in the cinematic landscape.
It was not terrible, like, the first 10, 15 minutes, but then, like, once you get to the first scene with Medea and her friend are just sitting there for 10 minutes handing out Halloween candy to children and not talking about absolutely anything relevant or funny, it just keeps going on and on and on. And that was the first 20 minutes of the movie, so... Yeah.
I've still never seen it. Is it pretty dialogue heavy? Because he used to write for plays, and that's kind of what I've assumed most of his films are.
Yeah,
like having seen a
I would
handful,
say
it's
so.
like, oh, he's doing a playwright's thing. Like he's not trying to be a filmmaker.
They just keep talking.
Okay.
Well, was it riveting dialogue?
No.
Oh.
Aaron Sorkin doesn't have to worry then.
It wasn't funny, and it wasn't scary either, so it failed
on
on both
fell
fronts.
on both ends. Just a failure.
Really smart marketing campaign.
And then, like, their whole big moral lesson at the end is, like, they're gonna kick this teenager out of this house. They're like, no, you're such a hoe. Like, you go out on the street.
What?
Okay, so, like, the whole conflict is that the actual Tyler Perry, not Medea, but, like, the actual Tyler Perry's daughter is in high school and goes to this college party, and, like, all the college guys are like trying to be respectful of her. Like, they don't know she's underage, but then when they find out, they all freak out. They're like, no, get out of the house. Like, we can't have an underage girl in here.
It's his character Brian. That's the character's name in these movies.
Yeah, Brian. So then anyway, they're like, well, you're such a hoe that we're just gonna throw you out on the street. And then she's like, no, I'm sorry, I want to stay.
Okay, wait, back up. So there's a Tyler Perry, like, MCU-style universe where all the characters are connected?
Ryan, you don't understand. The MCU stole this from Tyler Perry.
Medea is the Nick Fury of this universe. So.
It's the TPU.
He plays...
Instead of an eye
the
patch,
characters.
it's a big ass dress.
I think he plays like 3 different characters in the movie.
So it's just Eddie Murphy.
And you can tell which 3 because they're never all in the same shot at once.
The farts, too.
I will say, like, even though I don't like those movies, I appreciate how he's been able to build a brand all on his own and, like...
Well, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's just,
he's-
it means obviously some people enjoy it.
Yeah, he's like, he is good
Made
at what he
12
does.
of them at this point.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. He has television shows all over the place, you know? Like, he has it.
And it led to some good 30 Rock jokes, so I'll take it,
Yeah.
I guess.
Brad, regale us with your journey.
Yeah, so I'll start. Well, I was going to ask everybody, how much did you pay for all your lists?
$5.
$6.
$12.
I think 15.
Okay, so we're like brothers right now.
Hell yeah. Whatever.
I only had one Netflix movie, and I had to sign up for Netflix for a month, and that's just 15 alone. So, but yeah, like I'll go in order of I did Silence first because it was the easiest available one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was on Roku. I watched it. Had to watch it 2 or 3 times because I kept falling asleep.
So it's a quiet movie.
Yeah, Silence. Go figure. But yeah, Silence is a Martin Scorsese movie about Christian mercenaries who are getting persecuted by the Japanese government, I guess, there at the time. They're just trying to spread the word of God, and Japan's like, fuck that, we're going to just kill all of you.
Nice.
So yeah, these two, Adam Driver and Andrew Garfield, are missionaries, and they're like, we haven't heard from one of our guys in a while. We should go find out what happened to him. And the church is like, nah, it's fine. He's fine. And they're like, no, maybe he's dead. We should definitely find out what happened to him. And they go over there, and man, this movie, it's not a bad movie, but
It's long.
it's long, and it like everything.
It's brutal, too.
Like, I fell asleep and woke up to like people getting slaughtered, and just like, yeah, every moment of the movie is just a bummer. There's no fun, like, they had some little bit of happiness. It's just a trajectory of like more bad shit happening over and over again.
So like Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Incidentally, I do think this would be better as a miniseries.
Silence?
Yeah, that's what it needs to be. Longer.
No, I mean just take the 3 hours and then just break it up like it's a miniseries. Like it can be the same length in total. Just
the way he's describing it, it sounds like when the South Park did that Passion of the Christ episode, where all you hear is going, "Ah! Oh my God! Ah!"
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's not a. It's like well made. It's well acted, but the subject matter is just a bummer.
Yeah. I meant that for Ryan, but I'm glad one of you guys got to watch it.
Yeah.
I think it is. The reason I selected it is I thought it is like one of the most interesting and like unexpected films Scorsese's made in his latter period. But
yeah,
it's
the
like
the first two acts are the most interesting,
Yeah.
and then the third one is just like, and then he grew old and died.
Well, like I mean, part of that,
spoilers, bro.
Part of that third act is how he wrestles with the idea of faith and
Yeah.
and the guy
he
who
gives
keeps,
in, he renounces God, and he just grows old and dies.
Yeah,
Like a pussy.
Well,
Yeah.
there's also the character that he keeps absolving of his sins, and like he makes a decision by the end of that to like not keep
feeling like a chump.
Exactly. Yeah. I do think it's like the three films about faith that Scorsese's made are like some of the most interesting things he's ever made, just from that purpose of like you're not expecting him to fully tackle this given what he's known for, and he gets very interesting endings out of them. I've noticed like they're very like unique and different about it. So.
Wasn't that interesting?
The first film I watched was one Corinne didn't watch but put on her list.
hey, I watched it too.
It's Rurouni Kenshin. It's actually the final chapter. The final.
抜刀斎の頬にまだ十字傷はあるのか。
これは警察に対する明らかな挑戦だ。
一体誰がこんなひどいことを。
まさか。だったらどうする。やはり話すべきでござるな。首謀者の名は幸城絵西。拙者がこの手で惨殺した妻は日村巴の弟でござる。
あんな辛そうな剣士初めて見た。
さあ陣中の時間だ。
これ以上他人を巻き込むのはよせ。
苦しめ苦しめ。俺の敵はお前一人ではなくお前の全て。
このクソみたいな国の全て。
私は剣心を殺しても玉井さんは戻ってこない。
一人で戦うなんて見るくさいで。
これは俺の仕事だ。俺さんついにこの時が来たよ。
立て抜刀斎。
お前を止めねばならん。
ルローニケンシン最終章ザ・ファイナル。
Because I was researching it, because I'm watching it and I have no idea what the fuck's going on. It literally opens with this like dude who looks like an anime character on a train who gets in a fight with a dude who always is smoking. And then
I knew you were gonna bitch about that.
And then they fight, and the fight's actually like pretty cool. It's staged well, but then it's like a lot of wire work, and it's maybe 20 years too late. And then like there's this huge fight. He beats up like all these, I guess, police. I don't know who the fuck these people are. I don't even remember their names. I just know he looks like he's an anime character who's beating up a cop who's always has a cigarette in his mouth. And then at the end he sits down and he's like, "I'm done. You can arrest me." Then he arrests him. And then it goes to like a scene in this village with these other characters. I have no idea who the fuck they are. And they're talking about, because this one guy's in love with this other lady. Then they go to this restaurant, and then the restaurant gets bombarded by the anime guys again. And they're all like, we gotta save this. And that's the fucking movie. But no, wait, it's worse. It's 2.5 fucking hours long. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why are they acting? It's like a cartoon that's an anime. But I have no context for anything that's happening. All I know is they bombed a restaurant and everybody's pissed about it.
It was a really nice restaurant, though. So
Yeah.
Your review sounds like almost as if you took a hit of Coke and then tried to explain the plot of anything for like about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's what it is. Ask me what happened afterwards. I have no idea. I just know they were mad about the restaurant getting bombed, and then they got in fights.
I mean, Ryan, that's like their version of Cheers. Everybody there knows their name.
No. It's their version of, let's make a movie that just has action and we'll frame it around some sort of story, quote unquote.
It's Japan's Michael Bay?
Yeah. So yeah, that's what, so who's the dude with who's the bad guy? Like who shoots a gun from a tree he pulls out of the ground or whatever?
Enishi?
Sure.
You're talking about the
I'll believe you that's his name. I have no idea.
I guess you'll just have to watch the first 2 parts to get caught up.
Nope. Because it was 2.5 hours long. It was the longest movie that I had in this. And I go, huh. And I sat there and watched it. Because first it came through like the dubbed version. And it was the dubbed version first. And I was like, fuck this. So about 10 minutes in, I changed it over to the subtitle version. And it was better. Because I don't see this. Get 'em. You know? So just driving me fucking insane. But yeah, that was that movie. I don't know. There's some cool action in it.
Yeah, it makes more sense if you've seen the rest of it.
I think it's still going to be a shit movie. But, you know, cool.
Yeah. Of all the Rurouni Kenshin movies you could have ended up with, that's the worst one for you because you had no context. You might like the other two,
Nope.
but yeah, I know you're not going to watch them now.
No, I got a total bad taste in my mouth. A movie that no one seems like, oh yeah, I'm going to make someone else watch this.
The best.
I watched it too, Ryan, so we could have this discussion.
The best possible scenario, the best twist in this would have been if Ryan said, strangely enough, I understood every single thing that was going on in this movie.
No. They're very cliched anime characters, though, in a live-action film is all I got from it.
So I will say that this is the final chapter of... So, like, the manga got adapted into an original anime, but that part of the manga never got adapted into anime because it got canceled before then. So that's, like, the final arc I hadn't seen. So it was kind of nice closure. If you know those characters, you know that story.
Yeah, I mean... You know,
but yes,
they did,
for you it would have
been
been
bomb
bad.
the restaurant with a tree gun.
Well, there you go.
And that's the funny thing is I'll wrap this up. The funny thing is like, oh man, this is a lot of action right away, and there must be like some overarching thing. No, that's like the highlight of why they're pissed. Is this restaurant?
They attacked other people too. They attacked the police chief's house. All those other
but
other places.
Coming back to the restaurant because they all were talking about. I didn't remember some girl that the girl liked the dude, and then they're I mean, they did have the typical like moments, you know, in the restaurant, and you know, whatever. Anyways, Henry, you watched another movie.
I did watch another movie. It was called New Year's Eve.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1.
It's the biggest night of my career. All these people have come from all over the world tonight just to be here.
Don't just dump them. Float them in the wind. It should be magical.
It only happens once a year, New Year's Eve. Okay. It's a time when hopeless can be romantic. Last year, I met a woman, and she was extraordinary.
You're gonna meet her, aren't you?
And a resolution can become a revelation.
That looks like a long list. You better get on it.
If you can make these resolutions come true by midnight, you get these.
4 tickets to that party? You called the right guy.
And when one night can change everything.
No. This thing is dead.
It doesn't work.
Call the super.
He doesn't work either.
Hello, New York City.
I want to go to Times Square tonight.
That's highly doubtful.
You know, I'm 15. Mom,
I know.
this is not a training bra. And this is not Girls Gone Wild.
The first baby delivered in the new year. It's 25 grand.
Oh, it's on. Let's go, honey. Nobody wins when pregnant women fight. Resolution number 2. Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Cheers.
Talk to me.
Talk to me. What? Because it's New Year's Eve, you want another shot at it?
She's just fooling around.
I like fooling around too.
Here we go.
Get your noisemakers ready.
Let's do it.
Is it New Year's Eve?
Is it?
We've got to do something to get you out of your New Year's Eve funk. We could have our own party.
You went out for a slice of pizza, and you may have run into the one.
Who are you gonna kiss at midnight?
I mean, you know what that is?
Insanity?
No, serendipity.
And the countdown begins.
Well, there's going to be more celebrities
recovery's here than rehab. I'm freaking out. What do you think? You look hot.
And for this one magical night, it's about getting another chance to do more, to give more, to love more.
Because that's what New Year's is all about.
That and a good party. Nothing beats New York on New Year's Eve.
This is
ensemble.
It is an ensemble. I don't remember half the cast because this was 2 weeks ago. But unsurprisingly, the movie follows New Year's Eve in New York City.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's a
magical.
beautiful time. The one thing the film really fails on is that Zac Efron never fully rails Michelle Pfeiffer like I wanted him to.
Does he take his shirt off though?
You know, I don't think he even does that.
What?
Which I think is just a crime against humanity.
Yeah, I mean that's like the Zac Efron, thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else even worth mentioning in this movie. I'm trying to think. So we have Michelle Pfeiffer, who's not going to get railed by Zac Efron. We have Boys Don't Cry is trying to drop the ball, and that doesn't go well. And
you're talking about Hilary Swank?
Yes, I couldn't remember her name. Robert De Niro's in this movie as someone's dying dad, and it's so clear that he only agreed to it because his entire character is in a hospital bed the entire time, not emoting whatsoever, and he was probably there for a total of 5 hours, like on set. It was the easiest paycheck he's ever gotten, and it's honestly hilarious to go from, like, we're having our New York adventure, New Year's Eve, and then it cuts to dying Robert De Niro.
Hey, I'll do it as long as you kill off my character, so I have to be
He's
in the same
fucking dead.
So does he die at midnight?
Probably. I don't remember. So
the hospital is in a building that has the ball on top of it, and the ball
it just
comes down and
him.
crushes.
See, I would get on board with that movie.
So, Henry, I only got to watch this film in bits and chunks when I worked at a movie theater,
Yeah.
but I never saw the ending. Does somebody come in and shoot Robert De Niro in the face?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a good way for it to end for him.
Well, I'm tired of pretending it doesn't end that way. That was a Joker reference. But when he shoots Murray, he's like, and I'm tired of pretending that's not.
Instead of Joaquin Phoenix, it was Gary Marshall dressed as the Joker shooting him in the face.
So it sounds like the best thing that came out of this movie is the 30 Rock joke about the Martin Luther King Day movie, where it has the same premise of like an ensemble cast of like all these young people out looking for love.
I guess. I would make a good argument that nothing good came from this movie.
It killed Gary Marshall.
It killed Gary Marshall. So, I think it's an okay movie, but it's not a great final movie. So. But anyway, New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Swan songs rarely are great.
Zach?
Alrighty, so I took a journey back to a franchise that I have not visited in a while, which is the Leprechaun franchise.
Nice.
I got to watch Leprechaun Returns.
You must be one of the girls. Fixing up the old house way out there from campus.
You know about that?
Small town.
My mom used to live here.
She didn't tell you anything about the place where you're going?
No? Everything okay?
Yeah, everything. We made sure of it.
You guys really going off grid?
By the end of summer, we'll have moved all our electricity to solar and all our water to the well.
There's no internet?
No internet and no cell service either.
Hello?
I've got a lot of killing to make up for.
This can't be real.
Do I look like a figment of imagination to you? I want me gold.
Here's the thing my mom always said was real.
Her and her friends threw me down the well to rot.
There is a deranged dwarf obsessed with money in the kitchen. It's a leprechaun. He would murder anyone for his gold.
Why you look so sore? Audiences love lots of gore.
I spent last summer stopping poachers from killing sea turtles in Costa Rica. I can handle a bunch of pocket-sized pixies.
Now, I do have a written review that I'll talk about, but before that, I'll lay out the basic plot of this. So the daughter of Jennifer Aniston's character from the first movie. First of all, Leprechauns 2 through Back to the Hood don't matter in this movie. Neither does Origins. This takes place years after the original. Jennifer Aniston's character's daughter, is heading over to a sorority house that is going to be built in an eco-friendly fashion. The only returning character from the Leprechaun franchise is Ozzy, I think his name is. Yeah. He gives her a lift into town, and he's just like, "Oh, you shouldn't have to worry about anything." And he says this without any real hesitation in his voice, with a bunch of fucking four-leaf clovers attached to his car. And she never asks once, "Hey, what are those four-leaf clovers for?" Oh, wait, she does. She says, "Are you Irish?" And he goes, "Oh, no." It's like, well, that's very dismissive of the Irish people. But so she settles into this new sorority house. It's filled with every cliche in the book. And the Ozzy character, unfortunately, resurrects the leprechaun, who borns himself out of his stomach and kicks him around for a minute, and the leprechaun goes out and does his thing.
Hey,
Sadly,
legacy characters are not safe in reboots.
Exactly. Yes, it's much like the way Tommy Doyle went in Halloween Kills.
Yes.
This guy kicked the bucket pretty early on. So the leprechaun goes out on his killing spree, but he does not have his gold, so he is weak. So he has to kill people in order to get enough strength to then interrogate people for the gold. And the movie follows a standard slasher trope. One by one, all these people get knocked off. I will say I found it interesting that they played to one of the characters saying, "I will actively give up the lead female character in exchange for me and my friends to survive." And the way she gets her dues at the end of a scene where she's running through a sprinkler field and has one of them flung into her chin is pretty fucking cool. The movie is fun leprechaun goofiness. The only reason it's 2.5 stars is because there are two things that I did not like about this movie. Number one, I did not appreciate how this movie thought it was smarter than it actually was. This script is absolutely up its own ass. And also, there is a student filmmaker character in it. And I don't mind that character trope. If you want to do that, so be it. But every single piece of dialogue out of his mouth is referencing some director, and I'm like, stop it. Just stop it. It's like in...
Are you jealous?
I was going to say, do you feel too seen?
I do, kind of. But you remember Halloween Resurrection, where that guy is setting up the camera and he yells at Tyra Banks, and he's like, "I went to USC, same film school as Spielberg." Well, imagine that, but 10 times over. At one point, Werner Herzog is name-dropped in this movie, and one of the sorority girls doesn't know who that is and says, "Werner Herzog will be proud of you."
Herzog.
And I cannot stress this enough. I genuinely, again, I don't have a problem with the movie as a whole. I think it's good leprechaun fun. I do appreciate some of the jokes in it. I think it's very, very hell-bent on making fun of eco-friendly procedure, and I'm like, well, that's strange. But this is the review I wrote for the film. Do you think Werner Herzog worked his way up and rose to the occasion of filmmaking in unruly places across the globe, struggling to get projects greenlit, all of that in the hopes of making it so big that he would be name-dropped by a stereotypical film student character in Leprechaun Returns? Well, it doesn't matter what Werner Herzog wants, because it's happened, and now we have to accept this world as it now stands. That's it.
And the leprechaun doesn't get his gold, so,
Well,
no one wins.
No.
Yeah.
No. But he does survive and hitches a ride on the back of a chicken cart.
That's right.
And, because everybody expected that to happen. I will say, the guy who's playing the leprechaun, not Warwick Davis, very good in the role.
Yeah, he's fine.
Handles himself very well. And that's like, those are big shoes to fill, and that was not an ironic statement. He handles himself very well. He handles the humor very well. I do like when he throws a bunch of Crocs in the trash and he goes, "Maybe you're doing fashion a favor by letting these die."
Corinne.
All right, I'm going to tear this Band-Aid off. The second movie I watched was Titane.
I'm honestly proud of you for having that be the second movie.
Yeah,
watched.
you're the bravest person here.
I think it was just because I just wanted to get it over with. Thankfully, I was happening to tell Jerry about all this, and he's like, "Oh, you got Titane. That movie is terrible." And he starts telling me some of the plot, and it just got to character has sex with a car, and I just was like, what? So I read the entire film synopsis beforehand.
Okay, you're supposed to watch it.
I did watch it. Okay, I did watch it. I just read it ahead of time. Thankfully, I did because I knew it was coming, and that made it a little tiny bit better. Like, it was still absolutely garbage. I cannot believe this movie got made somehow. Like,
This movie won Cannes. It won the highest award at Cannes.
how? What?
It was a strange it was a strange year. Everybody was coming off the pandemic.
Yeah. See, like I saw the film critic scores ahead of time, and I was like, oh, so maybe this isn't that bad. And it said something about like, oh, it's like a thriller horror. I'm like, maybe this will be interesting. No,
It's about chosen family. That chosen family being a car.
It's like Fast and Furious, but if David Cronenberg directed.
Okay, the whole first half of the movie, just I wanted to barf. Everything that happened, killing people, having sex with cars, trying to give yourself an abortion with hair sticks. It's just...
There's something really funny about Corinne explaining this movie to me. Like, I think the movie is fucking garbage, too. But Corinne's explanation, there's people having sex with cars and abortions.
Again, did you take some coke and describe this film?
I mean, I kind of wish I had taken coke before, and maybe it would have been better. I don't know.
Just imagining Ned Flanders' wife trying to describe it. It's like, so somebody think of the children.
Or Helen Lovejoy.
And then more killing, and just... But then, somehow, it kind of got good? Like, not really. Not
Whoa,
really.
that's a swerve.
Not really. It was more of... The first half was so utterly terrible that the second half wasn't as terrible, and so then that was like, and there was more tension because it was like,
gonna say tits. It's like what?
Oh my!
Oh, there's a lot of tits.
Side note,
yeah, there's tons.
Side note, Ryan. I don't know why I got so many movies with naked women in them. If I never see a naked woman again, it'll be too soon.
No, that makes movies great.
I really like the part where she starts lactating motor oil. That's my favorite part of the movie. So.
Oh my gosh!
Just the fact that sentence exists.
We were just waiting because I'll never forget when she got picked this movie in the randomizer. It's like if anybody could get. Well, actually, I think I got my if I could pick a nightmare movie, I definitely got it. But yours is really close, like super close.
Okay, so the second half where she gets sort of adopted by this firefighter captain. Yeah. And has to pretend to be a guy while she's pregnant somehow. Which at one point he picks her up and holds her against his back, chest, shoulder, something. And I'm like, first of all, how do you not feel her pregnant stomach against you? And how do you not feel that she doesn't have a dick? I don't know. It was just bizarre.
Well, if I was lifting up my son, I wouldn't go feeling around for his dick.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't, but wouldn't you feel that it just wasn't there? It was just weird. Anyway, so...
I know, pick up Brad and find out, Corinne.
Yeah, anyway, it was just,
do you feel
it had
dick?
slightly more tension, and actually...
This doesn't make me hard enough.
Less murder made it easier to watch. I don't know. It was...
We're the fucking worst.
Yeah, somehow, the second half was not as bad, and that made it sort of watchable. Right. And then, of course, the ending was just weird, so... Ugh.
Brad.
Who put that on the list, by the way?
I put it on thinking Ryan hadn't seen it, so I was hoping he'd get it.
Oh,
I was like,
I've seen it.
Yeah, I was like, this is something he'll hate.
Hey,
Ryan
Brad.
looks out for all movies that involve sex with cars.
Oh, yeah.
After this recording, you want to go into a dark alleyway?
And fuck a car?
Through the gas cab.
I might have a can of gasoline and a lighter to introduce you to.
Damn. Threatening violence.
Again, Ryan
didn't know it was going to come to this.
I picked actually pretty, well, maybe Cat in the Hat, but I picked some, fun movies.
Yeah.
Brad, what's your next film on your journey?
So Silence is probably the best No, it was the best of the 6 I had. Next on my list was probably the worst one I watched, which was Oh God.
Meet Jerry Landers. Just an average guy. Married, father of 2. Every day he drives his late model car to Food World, where he is assistant manager, in line for a promotion. Bright, personable, competent. Jerry Landers has every reason to believe he's a young man with a future. And he is, but it isn't at Food World.
Read this. God grants you an interview. It's a gag.
Pretty crazy gag.
Not what you expected, huh? Show him this.
Warner Brothers presents John Denver and George Burns in
Oh God.
I thought you didn't believe in me.
That's just an expression.
I'm more than that. I want you to spread the word that I am. I exist.
And you think it's God?
Well, he thinks he's God, and I'm in no position to argue with him. I'm not a nut.
The ball is rolling.
Right over me.
Now watch over you.
Oh, no.
Jerry, are you seeing now that you saw God?
3 times.
3 times.
I can't make appearances all over. Don't you understand?
No, I don't.
People would be dropping dead from hysterics.
Can you sign this, please?
What if it were you? What if you were given a chance,
Jerry,
to meet and speak
up here
with God?
Let's go for a ride.
What would it take to convince you it wasn't a joke?
Change the weather.
Little rain?
Yeah, a small shower.
One small shower, you got it.
It's not raining outside. It's just in here. This is fantastic.
Thank you. Here it is, as seen through the eyes of Jerry Landers, God.
What would be the reaction of your friends and family?
You're gonna get God arrested.
We had the papers, a little TV.
I'm liable to lose my job. Now, I am not crazy.
Well, God may have been interested in talking to you as an assistant manager. Now, we'll just see how he feels about you as a bag stuffer.
And I don't need some child psychiatrist to tell me that I didn't talk to God, because I did.
Lose a job, save a world.
And of all the people in the world, why would he...
I am not crazy.
...pick you?
Want to try a little harder to get the word out?
Well, I'll give it another shot.
That's my boy.
Oh, God. A funny, feel-good sort of movie about a mixed blessing.
Oh, fuck you.
You devil.
The 1977 film, which I did some research. Really, America? Like, you took a week off from Star Wars to like, yes, that's the break in movie watching I need to watch.
You don't understand. George Burns was playing God. America had to fucking go.
Oh my God, this movie is so friggin' frustrating.
How?
It's the story of Jerry Landers.
Yes.
A dude, John Denver, who works at a supermarket. He's a department manager,
take me home.
and then his life is going perfectly fine. There's nothing going wrong. And then God just shows up, first as a voice in a speaker box, telling him, and he invites him downtown to a random room in a building and says, hey, I need you to spread my message for me. I've noticed people have stopped believing in me and the message, and I need you to reinvigorate them. And for the next hour and a half of the movie is just being Jerry saying, I don't know how I can convince them, and it seems like it would be way more efficient if you just showed up in person and did it yourself. And God's like, no, I can't do that. I can only talk to you through the speaker box. And then, I don't know, 2 scenes later, George Burns materializes as God and debunks that argument and tells him okay, so the first thing didn't work, so now I'm going to do it in person, and hopefully this will convince you that you're not going crazy and this is real. And again, I'm sitting there going if God can just do this, I don't know why he's ruining Jerry's life.
God
is a dick.
Did John Denver at least thank him for being a country boy?
I what you're posing with it of like him showing himself, like the idea is that he's trying to. It's similar to Dogma. It's about faith, and and he's trying to spring that organically, at least up until the very end, where he's just like, all right, my voice prophet is going to go to prison or get stripped of all his finances. I have to step in now.
The all-powerful God who can foresee everything and has made everything. He did everything in one day. And thought about how to do it for the other 5 days. Finally just gives up, shows up in the courtroom, shows everyone that he can appear and reappear out of thin air, and then the next scene, the judge is like, I saw that, but I'm still going to rule against you. I still don't, I can't rule because, like, I did see that, but I can't prove that still.
Yeah.
I'm like, these fucking people. This movie sucks. Carl Reiner didn't write it, so...
He directed it.
He directed it, but he didn't write it. It's based on some other book.
A very good book by Avery Corman. I love this.
We'll have to take your word on that.
George, there's one scene where George Burns shows up in his car, Jerry's car, as he's driving home, and again, another instance where Jerry's already like convinced that God is talking to him. God is like, oh, I'll prove it one more time and make it rain inside the car. And there's like, whatever I watched when I was in HD, so you could see that George Burns, like, they made a plastic version of the clothes he's wearing,
right?
So that they could spray from their back seat with like a super soaker.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I guess George Burns didn't want to get wet for the scene, so
yeah.
And also, like, I felt like they wheeled him in and just. He's like reading the lines off camera, and he's doing his best spin on them.
There's a high possibility that he had that at this point, being up in his 80s. Like the reason why I might have thought you might enjoy it was how it bashes organized religion in the process of this film, because it takes a good soft whack to televangelism and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Paul Sorvino. I forgot about that. It's funny because I also watched Cruising this week, so I got like a Paul Sorvino feature month. But yeah, I was like, did they dub him? Because that doesn't sound like Paul Sorvino at all. But yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was bashing. It was just like, I don't know, quaint.
It's poking holes in their logic.
Yeah. Which, I don't know. I feel like plenty of people have done better since then. But anyway,
we went
way over time.
There's no doubt of that.
Because this one's going to be short. So the least consequential movie on my list that I watch, and I'm going out of order because it's not fun to do it in order. And as the last one I watched was Earwig and the Witch.
She was witches dancing. Shameful fairy lies and gossips. Oh.
Erica, you haven't ever wished a family would adopt you, have you? Nope. Anybody who'd choose me would be pretty unusual.
We'll take this one.
But for the first time in my life, I'm being made to do something I don't want to do.
Now then, let's you and I get a few things straight. My name is Bella Yaga. I'm a witch.
Great! You agree that you'll teach me magic, and I agree to help you out.
If you work really hard, I shan't do anything to hurt you.
A love potion for the boy next door? Oh, look, these are pretty useless to me.
The spell I believe you're looking for is somewhere towards the back.
Hang on, you actually talk?
Of course I do, just not very often.
In this household, there's one rule that's crucial. You must on no account for any reason ever dare disturb the mandrake.
Don't be rude.
Don't disturb me. I'm here to say.
What? Earwig?
A hole left by a witch can only be filled by a witch.
I'll be learning magic. Well, so I was told. Can't wait to start.
First you watch, you can't believe it's a Studio Ghibli film because it is so plastic and not. It doesn't look nice.
They're only 3D animated.
Yeah, and it's bizarre. I don't know why they did it.
I've seen commercials that are animated better than that movie.
Yep. And the story is just, there's this orphan girl and her mom's a witch, and then she gets adopted by another witch, and because the witch wants her to have extra hands around the house, and then the one witch is in a band. I'm like, okay. And that's the movie.
The one fun thing about that movie is that it's directed by Miyazaki's son.
Yeah.
And it's so bad that Miyazaki decided that he's going to come out of retirement because clearly his son can't handle it. So,
I think the 2 worst Studio Ghibli movies were directed by Goro Miyazaki.
Yeah, it's just, it's because it's hard because I wouldn't say it's a terrible film. It's just nothing.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
Like you're watching it and you go, because most Studio Ghibli films, you're going, there's some sense of wonder to them, and the animation is stunning. Even in the films I don't really enjoy that much, I'm like, okay, well, The Cat Returns is okay, but I really like the animation, and it's really pretty. And there's like a sense of magic to it. This is literal magic, and it's boring as fuck. And and the little girl in it's bratty as shit. I'm like, fuck her.
Well, you can't have like whimsy and like an homage to punk music.
Yeah, I know,
that
that's
doesn't
what
really
I mean.
work.
You know what it's just nothing. Like there is absolutely nothing in this film.
Yeah, there's no plot. And then arguably like the part where you think like, oh, now the plot's going to get going. That's when it ends.
No
Is
doubt.
when her mom shows up again.
Her mom shows up and it's like, oh, okay. Well, her mom's back.
And that's it. That's where the movie ends.
That's how it fucking ends. And it's only 82 minutes long or something.
I mean,
it goes by fast. It's not, the film doesn't drag, but it's just nothing. It's like there's no, you're right. It's just there. It literally is just there.
It's terrible.
What's the next film you watched? I literally have nothing else to say about it. What's the next film you watched?
The next film that I watched is Smurfs: The Lost Village, the third film in the Smurfs franchise.
There's 3 of them?
We all know the plays, the magic mushroom houses, the tight white pants,
Excuse me?
and all the different attitudes. Arty farties, frenemies, worry warts,
Sometimes I just feel blue.
cranks, shade throwers, nosies.
Well, what's going on over there?
And there's one thing they have in common.
100.
They're all dudes.
Now for the one-fingered push-up. 1, 2.
Except for one.
Get some more bread!
High heels.
But what if there were more to the story?
2 days ago, I saw someone who looked like us,
That's impossible.
and they dropped this map.
What if they were never alone?
If there really are other Smurfs out there, we need to find them.
What if this means the Lost Village isn't a legend?
Now you're talking about maps and mystery Smurfs.
What's going on in here?
None of your business, nosy.
Well, all right.
Brainy, hefty, clumsy. Oh, that's not even convincing.
I don't do well in the darkness. I have enough trouble in the daylight.
I didn't think the Lost Village was going to be this hard to find.
Whatever you do, don't eat all your rations.
I just ate all my rations!
Is this safe? We're not in Smurf Village anymore.
Wow, 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 wow.
The Lost Smurf Village. It's time to take a road trip. I'll be like, and they'll be all like, oh no, I gotta. And I'll be like,
I think my rations are coming up!
What's so funny?
That's what I call talking out of your butt.
we have to find the village before they do.
Incoming bird! Huh?
Oh boy.
We mean you no harm. We're looking for the Lost Village. Wow!
What the?
I'm really freaking out, you guys!
Smurfs: The Lost Village.
There's 3. So, I will say this is probably the best of the 3 because this is the only one that's fully animated. It's not like we get away from all the live action hijinks in New York. However, it's clearly made like they made it years after the live action ones, and I think they approached it as, well, we want to make a movie for Smurf fans, like people who love the Smurfs. We're going to make a movie for them. Unfortunately, all of the Smurf fans have unfortunately passed away. So this movie is really for no one. I feel like it's probably
so young.
Go ahead. I feel like it's probably very faithful like Smurfs lore or whatever. There's a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh, I'm sure that's probably a storyline in the Smurfs comic. I wouldn't know. I will applaud it though because spoiler alert: at the end of the movie, Smurfette dies.
Whoa!
Yeah,
So
and
they took the risk that the Batman didn't. I love
exactly.
it.
And I
How
will
are they
say,
going to procreate now?
well, the whole plot is that they find a village of female Smurfs.
Oh, so she's expendable?
Yeah, she's expendable at that point. And so they're like, we can kill her now. But, my God, it's literally the saddest scene I've ever seen put to film. They're like, everyone is going to be so emotionally in a wreck that Smurfette is dead. And it goes on for way too long of this funeral service for Smurfette. Of everyone, like, singing these sad hymns about Smurfette and how their lives are over now that Smurfette is gone.
She's Smurfing dead?
Yeah.
So you're saying this is the Wrath of Khan of the Smurf universe?
Yeah, I mean, arguably the third act is a funeral.
Does Papa Smurf come out and go, she's not dead as long as we remember her?
No, I mean, after the second song at the funeral, I kind of tuned out.
There's two songs in the
There's
funeral?
2 songs in the funeral.
What the holy fuck?
Also, and I'll wrap this up very quickly. It's not great. I don't know why this was made. No one saw it. But
for all those 40-year-olds who are like, I finally want to watch Smurfette die.
Yeah.
Die.
The last thing, too, is that they also have, like, a bunch of fucking musical numbers from, like, pop songs that were already 3 years too late. Like, that go on for the entirety of the 3.5-minute song. It's fucking ridiculous.
Is Gargamel in it?
He's in it, yeah. He just kind of... Like, because the plot of it is that they're like, we gotta go find the female Smurf village. Let's go, everybody, because Smurfette needs to find a home. And then Gargamel's like, well, I want to kill all the Smurfs! And so, they're also there. Yeah, no one... Anyway, that was a Smurf Lost Village.
Oh, I get it. The Lost Village of all the female Smurfs.
Exactly!
All right.
Anyway.
So is there a single male Smurf in the Lost
No.
Village? Nope. Okay.
No.
Just a bunch of scissor sisters.
Yeah.
Scissoring Smurfs.
So what's the difference between the Smurfs and the Troll franchise? I mean, other than obviously the name. I mean, it sounds
IP.
way too similar. Small creatures running around doing song numbers for no reason.
As far as I'm aware, Smurfs don't have visual genitalia, whereas I'm pretty sure the Troll franchise does. So,
well, they're all naked, so...
You didn't watch every season of this cartoon.
That's true. I'm not that familiar.
We have no idea and never
Smurfing
will.
dead?
And you never read the comic strip, so...
It's just right there hanging. Zach?
All right, I'm gonna switch up the order of how I saw these because I want to do save the worst for second to last. So the next one on my list is Divergent.
You nervous?
Who are you? For your test?
No. I was terrified.
The only way our society can survive is for each of you to claim your rightful place. Today, you will take a test that will help you discover who you truly are. The future belongs to those who know where they belong.
You ready?
This isn't real.
Your results were inconclusive.
This was supposed to tell me what to do. We're supposed to trust the test.
Didn't work on you. They call it Divergent. You can't let them find out about you. They're always watching. You have to hide, or they'd never expect to find you.
Welcome to Dauntless. 2 stages of training. The first is physical. Push your bodies to the breaking point.
You're never gonna win, not like that.
It's good to know.
Keep tension here, okay? The second is mental. Face your worst fears and conquer them.
You made a mistake choosing Dauntless. They'll find out about you.
I know what you are. It's been a long time since I could trust anyone. I don't want to be just one thing. I want to be brave and selfless and intelligent and honest and kind. you want to survive, follow me.
Divergents threaten the system. It won't be safe until they're removed.
We have to fight back.
Ready?
And I will say, it was not bad. The film, I think the whole time, one thing kept popping into my mind, which is Hunger Games is better. Now, having said that, I appreciate the lore that they set up. I appreciate that they are utilizing some time to build on her character. At the same point, this is a film strictly made for anybody who's a fan of the Mary Sue theory. Because this is nothing but training the movie. This is what everybody wanted the Star Wars sequels to be, which is just nothing but fucking training. And that would be fine, except the last 20 to 30 minutes of this movie is propelling an active overthrow of the government plot. And I'm like, excuse me, this should have been better developed throughout your training film. If you're going to do a training montage movie, I need you to weave in your last 30 minutes as a better setup. So like the thing is, I actively wish this movie was longer because the lore's not bad.
Well, it seems like more times pass in a montage, so you can just put a bunch of montages in it.
Yeah, even Rocky had a montage. Now it's again like I liked the film fine. There's a sea of talent that we have now seen go on to, in some cases better things, in some cases stranger things. Like Miles Teller's in this movie acting like a piece of shit, and I like it. He's really good at playing a piece of shit. And Shailene Woodley's really good in the film. I did wonder why the hell Kate Winslet wanted to be in this movie, but okay, I guess.
Money.
Paychecks are good, right?
Yeah.
Paychecks are good. Tony Goldwyn gets to blast people away with a gun, and I'm like, I've never seen him do that before, apart from maybe Last House on the Left. So
isn't Octavia Spencer in this movie too?
No.
There's some
busy
other
making
Academy
Ma.
Award winner in there.
Again, like as far as YA adaptations go, it's definitely the best of the two that I saw. I'm upset that it didn't get its conclusion film made. Not because I care, but because I do appreciate these films as opposed to some other franchise fare that has come out within the last 10 to 15 years. I appreciate when films like this or Hunger Games have something to say that can translate to a younger crowd. And in that respect, it sucks that it didn't get to end its story on a good note, and instead it's left on a cliffhanger. It's the Woody's Roundup of movie series, where suddenly Prospect Pete, Stinky Pete, turns off the television and goes, "That's it, Divergent was canceled after that." And that kind of sucks. So if people want to check it out, it's on HBO Max. It was pretty okay.
I thought they did have 2 sequels.
They had 2 sequels. They were supposed to have a third one.
So
to
4 movies total?
It had 4 movies total. It was supposed to have 4 movies total. It didn't get that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I heard it diverged too much from the original.
Oh!
Corinne, what is your next film?
My next film was Gotti.
Let me tell you something. New York is the greatest city in the world. My city. I was a kid in these streets, and I made it to the top. I made my bones doing a piece of work for Don Carlo Gambino. Like that, I became a made man.
Dad, I'm thinking maybe take a year off. Why, you want to hang out with me?
Do you know what you're doing to this family?
I will build something that nobody can destroy.
Salute.
Paul Castellano was a fish in the desert. I never respected Paul.
You killed the boss's boss. You will bring down hellfire.
There is no choice.
You'll need the support of all 5 boroughs. Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island, the Bronx.
Our job now is to maintain leadership. I nominate John Gotti.
To the new boss!
Let everybody know. Now everybody comes to me.
I'm so proud of you.
You should be running your own crew now.
Mr. Gotti, are you the head of the Gambino crime family?
The head of my family.
Mrs. Gotti, do you know what your husband does for a living? He provides.
John's getting too much press. That can't go unchecked. It was meant for you. We've never been under this kind of scrutiny before.
What were you saying on the tapes?
I said a lot of things that could get a lot of people in trouble.
Dad, you say the word, I'll go over a cliff for you.
You swore to me that you would not bring him into that world.
This life of ours is a wonderful life, if you can get away with it.
Johnson has been an informant for the FBI.
It's a grand lie!
Border! You fight till you can't fight no more. Never back off, ever.
We walk together and we fall together. This is the life.
Greatest thing in the fucking world!
It was too bland to be good.
That's a very good review.
I mean, I don't know anything about John Gotti other than what was in this movie.
Neither did the movie.
And, I mean, there was this interesting aspect to it where they kept showing clips from the, like, I'm assuming the real news, you know, from back in the day of people, you know, out in the street, and they're like, oh, John Gotti, like, he's so awesome. Like, he's a hero. He's the hero of New York. And I was like, huh. I didn't realize that, number one, people knew who famous crime bosses were. And I guess he was, like, on the cover of Time magazine or something at one point. Yeah. Or some famous magazine. Like, everybody knew who he was. Everybody knew he was this famous crime boss. And people were fans of him.
He was the Teflon Don. He was. It's similar to the Al Capone situation where he had an aura about him that a certain element of the crowd respected.
And I'm like, I want to see a movie about that. How did he? Yeah, it's just super weird. It's like he was super well known as this gangster, but he wasn't in jail the whole time.
You have to understand that we don't have a quote government in New York. We have the Italian mob. And they handle all of that for us.
And on the whole, they've handled it just fine.
I mean, but you would
think...
think...
I'm very pro-mafia.
Yeah, you would think that, you know, mafia bosses or mob bosses would want to stay out of the public eye, but he's like, nah, whatever. Like, I don't care if people know who I am.
There's like a small batch of those who have been more flashier, like a Joey Gallo had that about him too, where he kind of just didn't give a fuck. And Capone, obviously. So, yeah, I mean... I agree with you. I wish that this film had explored that better, but that's not the film we got. We got something. I still don't know what it is.
It took me about 45 minutes to kind of know what was going on, because they just throw a bunch of shit at you and they don't really tell you, like, who... Like, they just give you these names of people, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, what's the hierarchy? Like, I needed a family tree or, like, some kind of a structure of, like, who's above who is doing what. And then Stacy Keach is in the movie, and he's not talking about Bazooka Joe bubblegum, so I don't want to hear about it. And that's a 30 Rock reference, by the way. And he's not hanging out with Raymond Reddington either, so that really didn't kill. I mean, just... Yeah, anyway, so Gotti was... not good.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was interesting, the whole kind of like making his oldest son the kind of deutero protagonist. It's like, you could have made something from that,
but you didn't.
But you didn't. It was too bad to be good.
Too bad to be good. The making of Gotti.
It never had a chance.
Like, if they had just had one more script rewrite, or you know what I mean? It's like, the elements were there for this to be a good movie, and none of them hit. So it was just a bad movie.
It's a film written and directed by E from Entourage, and I feel like you get what you pay for.
And this was a Movie Pass production. Remember when Movie Pass was a thing?
Too.
It's a film that went through a very strung out development hell. Lindsay Lohan was supposed to be in this movie at one point.
As Gotti, it was a very bold choice. So.
Yeah, I mean, if
in the hands Alfred Nobbs,
in the hands of someone better, this could have been a good movie, but it was bad. So there you go. Don't watch it.
Sorry,
Brad.
Yeah. So next up, I tackled the animes on my list. The first one being Inuyasha 2, Beyond the Looking Glass.
Inuyasha Movie 2. The Castle Beyond the Looking Glass. In a climactic battle against the evil Naraku, Inuyasha and his friends defeat their nemesis. Our heroes go their separate ways, but their period of rest is cut short. Princess Kaguya is released and seeks to engulf the world in eternal night. What mysteries lie hidden behind the characters from ancient legends of the Celestial Maiden and the tale of the bamboo cutter? Sango, Miroku, Shippo, Kagome, and Inuyasha. All of their desires and struggles come to a head in the battle against the princess from the moon. And is Naraku truly dead?
I'm pretty sure I watched Inuyasha on Adult Swim back in the day.
Yep.
I don't remember any of it. So I jumped in this movie, and I feel like it starts with the ending of the first movie, like a recap of like, hey, we killed the villain we've been chasing in the series this whole time. No? You're shaking your head?
Not really.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you got to the end of the movie, you'd know that he just comes back. Because it's an anime movie. None of it's canon.
But yeah, so the movie starts out, Inuyasha is like a dog demon guy, and he's controlled by this girl. Again, I didn't see the first movie.
That would not have helped you at all.
And then the rest of the movie is just horny.
Fuck yeah.
Did you say horny?
Yeah, like there's like 4 lead characters, and they all have feelings for each other, and meanwhile, there's this plot of like other demon things trying to take over the world type stuff, they win by the one girl like admitting to Inuyasha that she loves him, and then the other couple, like the guy really wants her, but the girl's like, "Hey, hands off, buddy," and it's really creepy because after they kill the main bad guy in the first scene, there's like a hot springs, like all the girls are naked, and then the one dude's like off in the bushes just watching the whole time. And,
nice. So he's whacking it in the weeds.
Yeah.
Japan.
Fucking dude.
Yeah, and
that was the name of your autobiography, Whacking It in the Weeds.
Totally.
Yeah, and then the rest of the movie is just on and off, like trying to control Inuyasha, like demon thing, and Inuyasha wants to become a full-fledged demon, but the evil witch lady wants to control him.
Wait, so he's a good
purposes.
demon?
Yeah, he's only half demon.
Yeah,
lame.
And that's interspliced with like these two, like relationships, like
you never go half
teasing
demon,
each other.
You go full demon.
Yeah.
Once again, it's an anime movie. It's supposed to be standalone. Nothing's canon in an anime movie.
Well, I'm sorry, but if there's a 2 in your
Yeah,
title,
that's what I mean. Like,
so...
you have to have some semblance of like a continuating story. But it sounds like you had the same problem I had watching the final chapter of The Final, and you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, I just came in on a second act, and I guess I would need to see the first one.
Did a restaurant get blown up?
No.
Oh, so it's not as tragic as mine.
I was really confused when most of the beginning of the movie takes place in like an alternate universe, like fantasy world, and then I think I looked at my phone real quick and then looked back, and they were like in modern like Japan.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, did they go through a portal? I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Do they like go to school?
Yeah, the main girl goes. Yeah, she goes through a portal.
Yeah, and then like all the characters follow her to the real world, and then at some point they're like, oh, we got to go back to Fantasyland to fight all the demons. Yeah, it's a little confusing that way. So yeah. Wasn't terrible, but I was like, I don't know what's going on. And it's not interesting enough for me to like, oh, I can't wait to watch I'm not invested in like, I want to watch the first one to figure out what happened. I was like, okay, it ended, I don't care.
Yeah, it's the first movie, completely different villain, completely different plot. So the first movie would not have helped you at all.
Got it.
It's really more of a spin-off from the show.
So I'm going to wrap up this with, so I've already told you of the 2 movies I got from Corinne. I got one more, and it's actually not bad. It's called A Little Princess. That's directed by Alfonso Cuarón.
I believe that you are, and always will be, my little princess. You'll be going to the same school your mother went to when she was your age.
Girls, say hello to our new arrival, Miss Sarah Crew.
Hello, Sarah.
Goodbye, princess. The New York Times calls it joyous, irresistible, bright, and beautiful.
Waiting outside for her was the handsome stable boy Pierre. The arrows sped through the air. A group of mermaids appeared.
From
From now on, there will be no more make-believe at this school.
A Little Princess is the story of courage tested.
I hope when you read this, it kindles your heart and puts a smile on your face.
Gene Siskel says adults will enjoy the story as much as their children.
I'm afraid I have some bad news, Sarah.
In the face of adversity,
You are alone in the world. You will move to the attic. From now on, you must earn your room and board here. You're not a princess any longer.
a child must find the strength to persevere.
Sarah will be working here as a servant from now on. There will be no communication exchanged. Is that clear?
Yes, Miss Mansion.
Now she will discover compassion through uncommon friendship.
Let's make a promise right now to always look out for each other. It's a promise.
And distant love.
Papa, can you hear me?
Magic has to be believed. That's the only way it's real.
I am a princess. All girls are. Didn't your father ever tell you that? Even if they aren't pretty or smart, they're still princesses.
Good Morning America's Joel Siegel proclaims the movie is magic, stunningly beautiful. It's like stepping into a fantasy.
It's a cruel, nasty world out there. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. But I don't believe in it.
From the author of The Secret Garden comes the powerful story of a spirit that would never surrender. A Little Princess.
And you can tell it's a competent filmmaker because the film is beautiful. And it has Rusty Schwimmer, who got her face punched in by Jason Voorhees and Jason Goes to Hell. Nice. So, you know, I'm
and
like,
the guy who plays Davos in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of good actors, and the story is about a little girl who lost her mother, and her father goes to fight in World War I, and she's put in a boarding home in New York, or boarding school, and the head mistress, I don't know what they call them, she's like a total twat and just mean, and her name's Sarah, but she's really kind, and she tells these stories, and the kids love them. And her dad is killed in action trying to save someone, and so she becomes an orphan and has to live with the little African-American girl in the attic named Becky. But she still sneaks away and tells the stories, and they kind of go to this... So she lived in India, and so they have this fairy tale like styling of Indian style. So it has like a really cool like aesthetic. My only complaint about it is it's a little hokey.
I told you that going in.
And it's a little. Corinne set me up that it's a little melodramatic, and that's fine. Like it's still really the story is still well shot, and it's a very great director, and I think it's his first American film. And you can tell that because this is 96.
Sounds right. Yeah.
That he's going to go on to do something big because he knows how to put things in the frame. He knows how to get the most out of the actors.
Is it a good indicator of how well he would handle like Harry Potter?
Azkaban? Yeah. Just because it's not as dark. It's a little more. Well, I will say that the scenes where her father's saving the guy in the trench warfare in World War I, I was like, oh my God, there's like dudes with like blood coming out of them, and they're like real dead people around.
You could have told me Guillermo del Toro made this movie, and I would have believed you.
Yeah, no, it's really well made. It's my second favorite film I watched in this shindig we're doing. So I was pleasantly surprised. A little hokey, not the target audience at all, but it was spruced up. I mean, her dad dies like 40 minutes into the movie, so after that, I'm like, oh man, there's gonna be no more war. But it's a cute movie. It's harmless, and it's competently made. So
I've been trying to get you to watch this movie for years, Ryan.
I know, and it had to be randomly generated on a thing.
So one good thing came out of this whole exercise.
Yeah, well, it's definitely better than the other two you put on the list. So, yep, Henry.
Okay, Corinne.
Oh boy.
You have to understand that you need to be more specific when you put your movie on a list. Because I watched The Yin Yang Master, and if I hope I did it correctly.
药与我血脉相连的药，你必须助我重临世间，认我为主。
清明此次作为已不留余地，未能抓住这个叛徒，是阴阳寮之耻。
别来无恙啊！千万小心，别再惹事。
把不该是你的东西交出来。
式神与主人同生共死，绝不背叛。还是你教我的。
曾经立下誓约的是我和你，你和妖道成盟了，毁了一切。
就在今日，群妖必将大举进犯，众式神需舍命作战。
今日都要偿还旧债。
天地3000破，
回校成亲，升。
金明，你答应过我，要与我生死与共，永不背叛的，难道忘了吗
？Because there are 6 different movies called Yin Yang Master released in 2020 or 2021. So I hope I watched the right one.
Okay. The one on Netflix?
Yeah, there's 3 of them on Netflix. And 3 of them are Netflix originals, so I did my best.
Oh, shit.
So...
As long as you watched just one of them, I think you're okay.
I watched one of them.
Yes.
So, like every other film that you put on the list that we have seen, I did not fully grasp everything that was happening in this movie. Because I feel like the one I ended up choosing, I confirmed at one point that some of the Yin Yang Master movies are in a franchise together. Mm-hmm. Some of them are not. The one I picked, I think, is technically 2. But they're not, again, they're all the same year. So I think it was more so that there's not in a continuation or whatever. That being said, made no goddamn sense the entire time. So the Yin Yang Master, it is a Chinese production, and it's very, very heavily in Chinese folklore and like the mythology that comes with that. And in case you were unaware, Japanese folklore, I at least can understand. There are parts of it that, like, I understand the hierarchy of it. I understand the mythology. Chinese folklore is out the fucking window. I do not know anything about what's happening in these goddamn movies.
I heard they made a great wall.
They did make a great wall. That's like an entire hour.
They made a Matt
movie.
Damon movie?
Is it really?
No. But, yeah, so it's basically like these 2, I think, brothers.
One's good, one's bad.
One of them's good, one of them's bad.
Yes.
And then there's also like a demon serpent that comes up, but it's also very heavily about diplomacy. Like, they're also like, we need to handle, like, how is this demon going to be handled? It's still an action movie. It's still somehow an action movie, but there'll be, like, these, like, really very well-done special effects. I watched the one with, like, the hair demon. Did you see the one with the hair demon?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I watched the one with the hair demon. There's these 2 siblings or whatever. They're going through life or whatever. They live for eternity, whatever. A darkness demon is awoken at some point from someone's hatred, and I think it takes form of a serpent, and they're like, well, we gotta stop the serpent, and so they try to stop the serpent, but then there's even more demons they have to deal with, and then it just goes on for fucking ever. I will say, fucking clearly they have a budget, because it looks beautiful. Like, all of the action scenes look fucking gorgeous, the special effects is very on point, very surprisingly very well done. But yeah, in general, did not understand a single thing that was happening besides the fun act. Very visually competent. I really liked watching it. I was very high. It was a lot of fun. But that's where it ends, unfortunately. So next time, I need you to specify who is the director, and if there's a subtitle, and where I can watch it. So then I'll watch whatever you want. But I've only watched one of the 7 Yin Yang Masters now. So
wow, didn't know there were 7. I knew there were 2.
Oh no, there's at least I can exaggerate. There's at least 5.
Wow.
Because I was just trying on Letterboxd. There was 5 that I was trying to figure out which one I was supposed to do.
Okay,
but it was still a fun experience. I'm glad I was finally able to do it.
Yeah, you watched a completely different one than the one I had put on the list. Because I rewatched the one I recommended.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember when I first watched it, I was like, there's one sequence in this movie that's like actually pretty good, and then the rest of it is like really weird.
There's a lot of, it's very weird, but there's a lot of very good action sequences in the movie that I saw at least. I don't know if it's the one that you saw.
Probably not. I don't remember a hair demon.
No, the hair demon was like this
Although
woman.
the serpent is the same one.
Oh, same serpent. Cool. Okay.
I
guess he returns. So
great.
But yeah, Yin Yang Master, one of them I watched. It was fun.
Nice. Zach?
All right, so my next one was a good movie. It's one it was the last one I watched on the list, which is Little Monsters from 2019.
Aren't we having a super fun time on our trip to Pleasant Valley Farm?
Ready? Steady? Let's go. There must be something in the way.
Warning, this movie contains flesh-eating zombies. Assault with a deadly guitar. Strong language.
Fuck douchebag.
Stop fucking swearing.
Firearms. Disembowelment. Death metal. Gore. Meatball Hungerlong. Chasing it. And Academy Award winner Lupita Nyong'o.
This might be a little much for everyone.
How do you like it, huh? Oh, God, what have I done?
Little Monsters. Rated R.
Yeah, I am very happy I watched this film. This was fantastic. So the basic story is a deadbeat uncle who moves back in with his sister and his nephew after he and his girlfriend bicker and devolve into the whole like, you don't want to have kids, you don't want to love me, blah blah blah. And he's like, fine, I'm leaving. I'm an irresponsible musician on the street, and it devolves into him taking his nephew to school and developing a crush on his nephew's kindergarten teacher, played by Lupita Nyong'o. So he raises his hand to volunteer as a chaperone for a field trip to a petting zoo / golf course, putt-putt golf course that's also conveniently right next to a U.S. military base. And that U.S. military base has a zombie outbreak because, of course, military can't handle any zombies ever. They have no containment policy whatsoever. They never seem to. It's both this and Planet Terror. They're both very inefficient bodies of the U.S. government. So the zombies escape, and they start invading this petting zoo / putt-putt golf course. Oh, and by the way, there's also a famous television kids host played by Josh Gad, who ends up being a piece of shit. And it's probably one of the best performances I've ever seen Josh Gad give in my life. I like him just as much as I like him devolving through the zombie invasion and turning on the children in a Death to Smoochie-esque fashion. Yes. At the same time, I also love when he's pretending to be a kid's host and he's just like, I bet you do, Froggy. I bet you do. Like, he really sells that performance. He's the standout of the movie for me, hands down. Lupita Nyong'o and the lead actor playing the uncle, I think, are fantastic together. I was not expecting to have an emotionally weepy scene surrounding a song from Sesame Street about I don't want to live on the moon, because I know that song from childhood. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to cry right now. And this is a zombie movie where everybody is in peril. And it basically plays out. They get holed up in the gift shop center, essentially. And the whole goal of the kindergarten teacher is to try to keep the kids under the impression that this is all a game. And I love that concept of like, we are stuck in a zombie apocalypse, but these 5-year-olds, we cannot afford to allow them to lose their shit and think they're going to die. So we're going to kind of create this aura about it so that we don't freak them out. There are genuine moments of terror as well as there's comedy. The film is not afraid to poke fun at itself at times. Like one of the kids goes, Miss Caroline, I don't want to play this game anymore, and the zombies look fake. There's a great line. And then additionally, there is a great line. God, I'm trying to remember it. There's a line where the military men are asking a question, and then one of them just blurts out an obvious answer. Like I can't remember the line. It was last night, but I think that just every single bit of comedy in here is excellently honed in, and the horror element, I will say, it takes a little bit longer to get to the horror element than I wanted, but that doesn't matter to ultimately in the long run. I just kind of wish that like they had introduced that element maybe like 10 minutes earlier. I don't know. It's a short movie, so it manages to cram a lot in very little time. And it's a horror movie that I think I could get my girlfriend to watch, because I think they start off ironically doing this, but then they kind of embrace the concept, which is one of the things the teacher does to calm down the children or to entertain them is play the song Shake It Off by Taylor Swift on a ukulele. Oh yeah, that was the line, going like it's some kind of woman. They're escaping the zombie horde and they're looking through binoculars. It's like it's one man on a tractor and a guy with a gal with a small guitar. And one of the army guys goes, "That's a ukulele, sir." So yeah, like so that's something that my girlfriend would like, and I get to have my zombie action, which is cool, and Josh Gad acting like a piece of shit. The movie has everything I probably could have wanted out of this kind of concept. It's very, very funny.
And that's why it made my Filmsplosion list.
I don't disagree with you.
See how generous I am with my picks and films?
I know, I'm a piece of shit. I gave you the Butthole Cat movie, whatever the hell. Yeah.
You are. Corinne, what's the next? And I'm glad you loved it, because I love that movie too.
I know. I wish there was a Blu-ray of it.
I know.
Yeah.
Corinne.
Movie 43 was the next one I watched.
I am not sorry.
There's something I want to ask you.
There's something I'd like to ask you.
How about we say it at the same time?
Okay.
1, 2.
Will you poop on me?
What?
How's your HPV?
It's your HPV, Veronica. I'm just carrying it.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
See that blind kid over there? I dare you to blow out his candles before he gets a chance to.
They homeschool their son.
It's very important that Kevin has a normal and complete high school experience.
You dropped your books, fuckface.
Hey guys, come check out this kid's weird pubes. Surprise!
Caught you a leprechaun.
I'm gonna cut off your balls and feed them to you. Your balls.
Jeez, they're so into balls.
Coach, there's 10,000 people out there that think that we ain't good enough.
Win or lose, I am so proud of y'all. But you're gonna win. What game are we playing?
Basketball, coach.
What color is this game?
White.
Y'all gonna kill those Caucasians. You're black, they're white. This ain't hockey.
The iBay
is a high-fidelity music player.
Kids are sticking their penises in the
Badger port.
The fan then mangles their penises.
You did extensive testing. Any red flags?
Hey.
Can I please come in?
Debbie Clark's here, the girl you asked out. It's gonna be awkward.
No, wait, Mom.
Sorry.
Mom.
Sorry.
Bye. Mom.
Having a period.
What do I do?
Oh, we're just gonna have to plug it up.
911? My friend is bleeding out of her vagina.
I got frozen peas and a sponge.
I can't believe you sucked off that hobo for magic beans.
He was a wizard. This is fucked up.
Poop?
On me.
You don't want to be Mr. Two Squeeze, thank you, please.
Just when I thought it couldn't get more offensive.
How many fucking times do I have to tell you? You're black, they're white.
Coach, what you're saying is we just walk with the Lord.
The Lord did his part already. He made you black. He gave you a 1.5 foot dick. Dribble with that motherfucker.
So I remember watching the Nostalgia Critic review of this years ago, so decided to rewatch that before I watched the movie. And I guess the connective tissue is different. There are different like versions of it. The one that Nostalgia Critic reviewed is like these brothers are trying to like trick the youngest brother into downloading this movie and getting a virus on his computer. But then the one I watched, like Dennis Quaid,
it's like a pitch.
I
he's
remember
trying
there
to
being a
pitch
pitch.
a movie, and then he ends up taking Michael whatever, Greg Kinnear or whoever hostage, and then it's really stupid. Some of the skits could have worked with funnier people or better writers or timing. Something like
if
some
you
of the
improve
premises
every
were not,
element of it, it would be a lot better.
Some of the premises were not terrible, but yeah, some of the execution was like it went on too long, or like you could like they missed a joke or something. Honestly, the funniest one was the shortest one, which is the fake commercial about like kids being trapped in machines. So like every time you beat up a machine, like, oh, this copier's not working.
You know what's funny? I've seen this movie. I don't remember a fucking thing from it.
Oh,
I remember the testicles on Wolverine's face.
Yeah,
That's about it.
I remember that.
And apparently, like that's how the movie got made because they leveraged that into like getting all these other famous people to sign up to do this movie.
It was a pyramid scheme turned into a movie somehow.
Yeah. So it's like these 10 different sketches are all kind of like just sewn together into this movie, and it's not good.
Which could work because things like Amazon Women on the Moon and Kentucky Fried Movie exist. The difference is, I don't
Big
think
Jim Slade.
I don't think I remember watching the movie and wondering like, okay, there are top tier talent in here, and why this isn't working, I don't know. My only feeling about that film is that given the fact that the Farrelly brothers are a part of it, I think Green Book should have been disqualified from the Oscars as, okay, you made a decent movie, but we're still not going to nominate you because of Movie 43. You have to keep earning our trust because that should not have happened. Like, it should have been funnier. You know what I'm saying?
There's it's a decent sketch where Chloe Grace Moretz, is that how you say her name? Moretz. So she is like hanging out with this kind of boyfriend person at his house, and then she ends up getting her period for the first time, and he's like, who spilled like grape juice on the couch, or whatever, and not realizing what it is, and then she it wasn't terrible, but yeah, it somehow became terrible.
Yep.
They had some decent premises for their sketches, and then just, didn't. And it was terrible, and I never want to watch it again.
And one of the writers of that film is now a CEO.
I also had a leprechaun in one of my movies, Zach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gerard Butler plays an evil leprechaun.
Oh, that's right.
Sweet. Movie 43, depressing nerds everywhere. Brad, what's the next film you watched?
The next film I watched was my other anime, Tales from Earthsea.
From Studio Ghibli, creators of the award-winning Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle, comes a breathtaking adventure. Tales from Earthsea. Share the adventures of a powerful wizard and a young prince as they journey on an epic adventure. Tales from Earthsea.
It's a Ghibli film, but it's not directed by Hayao Miyazaki. It's his son, and again, it's
the second worst Ghibli movie made.
It's so again, I think Demon Hunters. Again, like Inuyasha. The only thing that really stuck out to me was I had to watch the English dub of it, and Willem Dafoe plays the villain character, and it's like 2 hours of Willem Dafoe doing ASMR video.
Yeah,
because he just
like he's kind of good, right? But,
he's good, but
kind of
like
bad.
I've wanted to fall asleep because the whole movie sounds like this, and then he kind of shouts it, and I'm gonna get. I had these. I'm gonna take over the world. Like he just whispers every line. It couldn't keep me engaged.
I find it weird that this episode is secretly dedicated to bashing Hayao Miyazaki's son.
And then, the world is inhabited by dragons, and sometimes one of the characters is a dragon, sometimes they're not, or they're trying to be a dragon. I don't know. I could not follow it. I was just so distracted by the ASMR, like talking really closely to the microphone and making noises. Willem Dafoe.
Turn the volume way down on The Lighthouse tonight as you go to sleep.
Yeah, it's been a few years since I've seen it, but I do remember thinking this had potential, and it looks pretty nice.
And given the title, I thought it was going to be like an anthology, like a bunch of different stories.
Oh.
Nope, it's just one, like these characters, and they're following this thing. And so I'm like, why is it Tales from Earthsea? It's just be tale.
It's a singular tale.
It's just a tale from Earthsea.
I want to say it was based on a book series that has more
that could
installments.
Be it. Like in the book, they're separate stories, but they made the movie a collection of all those happening at the same time. So that's probably what it is. But yeah, it was boring. I wanted to distract myself as much as possible, so yeah, I couldn't pay attention. It was tough.
If we learned anything, it's that Coral should keep his day job.
The next film on my list that I'm just going to talk about is Cats, the wonderful Tony Award-winning musical.
Seen you before, have I?
Open up and tell me if you find there the meaning of what happiness is. Then a new life will begin.
Come, we're about to begin.
For a different life?
A new day has begun.
That I don't even know what I watched. I can't even tell you the story. I know it's about cats wanting to go to Jellicles? Jealousy? I don't even know what the fuck it's called.
Jigglypuff.
Cat heaven.
Yeah. It's
no, there's a name for it. It's like
no, it is. It's like Jellicant or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're talking
well,
about.
they're
Yeah.
Jellicle cats.
They want to go to the
I'm not
heavy
sure where
side
there's-
layer or something.
They're all like part of a cult, and they all want to ascend.
Yeah.
Like, basically, the whole movie.
and
It's a cat death cult.
yeah, and Idris Elba just can like kill him. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm watching this, and it's just like when I was watching the final chapter. I'm going, what the fuck is going on in this movie? And there's no other parts, so it's not like I have to get caught up. It's literally cats dancing and singing about shit. I don't know what the fuck they're singing and dancing about.
Would it help you to know that Andrew Lloyd Webber created this on cocaine?
Oh, well, now it makes sense. Because
no wonder Broadway took a dip for a couple of years.
I have no
based on a series of
context
poems.
for this, so I don't know if the Broadway show has like really bad lines of "Hey, look what the cat dragged in."
Okay,
Probably
so
not.
I have seen the Broadway show of Cats.
Yeah.
Like in New York. I saw it years before the movie came out. It equally does not make sense there.
Okay, good, because I'm just watching this and I go, "What in the fuck is this movie?" The CGI is horrible. It's Tom Hooper, so the directing drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Because his like constant Dutch angles and like close-ups, and he's not the right director for this. And then the actors, when they were moving, was so distracting. Because when you're seeing a stage performance, anybody who's been in theater, you have to exaggerate. But when you see it on film, it's really distracting. You know, and this is a visual. This is not a visual podcast, so it's not helping anybody listening, but they're moving like, you know, everywhere in the background, and it's driving me insane.
Fluid motion, essentially. More or less.
But it's like, it's so exaggerated that it's super distracting. And then Rebel Wilson is awful in it.
Aren't there singing cockroaches or dancing cockroaches?
And she
at one
eats
point?
them, and then they're singing mice that look even worse. Like the CGI is so bad. And it's one of those ones where the CGI, when they move, it doesn't, like when they jump, it looks like someone just picked up a paper doll and moved it to the other side.
Like a Neil Breen movie.
And it's another one of those movies where there's a lot of famous people in it.
Yeah.
And you just watch it and you say, huh, Idris Elba is an incredible actor. He is not good in this movie.
Judi Dench, Ian McKellen.
I do feel bad, so I will in turn watch it and experience
better.
the same pain. I will.
You better.
I've planned to do it. I
But
want to
like
giggle
I
at
said,
it.
it's not that the movie's just bad, but it doesn't make any sense.
Sounds like Andrew Lloyd Webber, all right.
Yeah, but like his Phantom of the Opera makes sense to me.
It doesn't to me. That's supposed to be a horror story, and he turned it into a romance. I don't understand that.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like they just start singing about going to heaven, but it's called like Jellicles. I don't even know any of the cats' names. I think Mr. Cavity is
Grisabella.
is Idris Elba's character.
Yeah.
Is it Mr. Cavity?
Mr. McCavity.
McCavity.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so I'm pretty close. So yeah, cats.
I'm glad the producer.
awful.
I'm glad the
Rum Tum
producers ended
Tugger.
up being more successful
That's
than
one.
Cats.
Yeah.
Because even someone like James Corden, who you think would be really stellar in this, just comes across as like blah.
Well, you thought James Corden would be stellar, and that's your first problem. Right there.
No, he's good in Into the Winds, and when he's interviewing Tom Cruise. Yep,
Sure.
I'm done with cats.
You're a dog family.
All right. Well, my next movie is probably the best one that I saw. The only one I got from my buddy Ryan. Loaded Weapon 1.
Fuck yeah.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Sorry.
National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1. From out of the night comes two men with enough courage, enough brains.
What you got, Irv?
Dandruff, seborrhea, maybe just dry, itchy scalp.
Have you tried this? I use it.
Head and Shoulders?
Enough bullets.
I know what you're thinking, punk. Did he fire 173 times or 174?
To get the job done.
Hey, Scotty! Can you get this machine to work? I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
New Line Cinema presents the cop movie to end all cop movies.
Give me a name.
Weren't your parents supposed to do that?
Hey, Sarge. It's tingling.
That means it's working.
Do you sleep in the nude?
Only when I'm naked.
They know never to screw with me.
Wilderness girls.
It's just a big checkout. Come on, level with me.
It's not bad. You'll be fine. You'll be back on your feet in no time.
National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1.
So, this is Mr. Screw with your brain, eat your spleen, wear your flesh as a hairnet leecher, huh? Look who's Mr. Scaredy Pants now. I just gotta ask, what does human flesh taste like?
Chicken.
See it before they make the sequel.
It was great. I mean, it's not like the others were like giving it much competition, but it was good. I've recently been on a kick for like 80s comedies, and there's just a magic to 80s comedies of like you can just make jokes and it's fine. You don't need, no one cares if there's a plot really, as long as you're funny enough. And there's a lot of fantastic bits throughout the film.
It's my favorite spoof movie of all time.
Yeah.
And it's one, like, everyone says Airplane or, things like that. But I think this one, as far as making fun of action films, like Lethal Weapon, is so spot on.
Yeah.
And it's fucking brilliant.
It is one of those, like, a laugh, not even a minute, laugh a second, really.
Yep.
Like that opening sequence in the...
Henry, you're touching my heart.
I know. Like the opening sequence in, like, I think it's like a gas station or something.
Yep.
Like every single shot is a different joke, which I have to really applaud them for. But, I mean, it was a pleasant surprise as I had that after New Year's Eve Smurfs 3 and then followed it up with The Editor, which we'll get to in a second. But, thank you for having one good movie.
I tell everybody that this movie is just... I love movies, and spoofs especially, where there's lines or lines of dialogue that are delivered that you said, did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Sam Jackson is investigating, and he says... this is my partner, Billy York. Is that her? No, that's her picture. it's like totally stupid.
Yeah.
And then he's like, maybe this helps. He takes out a T-shirt with her photo on it. He's like, I don't know. Then he wheels her body in, and the guy says, I don't know. It's a little blurry. It's just totally stupid. Or when he picks up the bullhorn. Yeah. And he starts screaming, and it's in Japanese, and he says "Made in Japan." He's like, "Can I get one made in America, please?" And it's so fucking stupid. But I tell my wife hates these movies, but there is a brilliance to making movies so stupid that they're hilarious.
Yeah,
and they don't make them like that anymore.
They really don't. Yeah.
Or when they
no, they make them like movie 43.
Yeah. Oh no, Loaded Weapon 1. He flips open their wallet, and the badge goes flying out like a Chinese star and stabs some guy. And then like 2 minutes later, they're walking down a hallway, and he pulls it out of him. This is all in the background. Like, it's just brilliant. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. But that was that one. It's the one good one.
Yes.
So,
well, it might have elevated too with the other shit you saw. But,
that's true. But it might have been a good smelling salt.
Yeah, but it's stupid. Like when they go to like crime scenes and people are like murdered and they're all suicides. When Whoopi Goldberg, she's dead, and he rolls her over, and she has this shocked look on her face. He's like, must have caught herself by surprise. It's so fucking stupid, but brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
It's tingling, Sarge. Good, Irv. That means it's working. And you definitely have to know, late 80s, early 90s pop culture references because, Head and Shoulders.
Yeah.
I think that's what got her killed. You don't think it was the bullets? It's so fucking stupid. Awesome.
All right. We're down to my second to last one. For both of these last two entries, I want to know who put them on the list for two different reasons. So the first one we're going to talk about is I Am Number 4.
There were 9 of us who escaped. Number 1 was killed in Malaysia. Number 2 was murdered in England. Number 3 was hunted down in Kenya.
You can only be killed in sequence.
What number am I? 7? 5? I'm number 4. I'm next. I've been on the run since I can remember.
You keep your head down.
I know how to blend in.
You're gonna do well here.
John Smith.
Okay. You don't want to tell me your name.
What's this? Seems like you want to run away.
That is kind of private, actually.
Been to a lot of places. I think this is a pretty good place.
You were given these powers for a reason. As you focus, you're gonna learn to control them. They're here.
Where is the boy?
There's a hell of a lot more coming.
I'm not gonna let anyone hurt you. I'm not leaving.
You can't stop what's coming.
No! Sarah! Where is she?
You have no idea how many have made sacrifices so you could live.
If they kill you, we are all gonna die.
Who are you?
Number 6.
You're more powerful together.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Now, who put I Am Number 4 on this list? Okay, I want you and Michael Bay to actively fucking apologize to me. I do not like, and again,
Brad's getting the brunt of this,
it is
isn't he?
okay to like a movie. It is okay to like a story. I'm not here to judge anybody here apart from the people who made the film. And what my judgment is very simple. I do not appreciate you making me into the kind of person that would call the Twilight Saga franchise masterpieces of cinema. Because this movie said, hey, what if we made Twilight for boys and it was fucking boring as sin? What if we made Wonder Bread out of this? And Michael Bay said to DJ Caruso, here's a bunch of fucking money, make something fucking stupid. It was the most infuriating YA adaptation I have ever seen in my life.
You know, you could apply that to Michael Bay. I have a bunch of money. Let me make something fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, you'd think. And here's another thing. I don't appreciate elevating the Transformers movies that he's directed above this, but this makes the Transformers movies look like pieces of subtlety. This film is trash. The premise is there's a bunch of aliens scattered around the universe. A couple of them are on Earth. They're trying to evade being killed by a opposite race of other aliens, and one of them is number 4 on the list.
Oh, okay, like the movie.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Please tell me there's a part where there's like a Michael Bay hero shot where it comes below and swoops up, and he says, "I am number 4."
I wish it was that fun. I wish this movie made fun of itself. It would be more fun than what we got.
Isn't his like titular name 4 in this movie?
Pretty
remember
much.
this correctly?
Okay. Well, yeah, but he has to go under assumed identities, and the most latest one is John Smith. So fuck this movie.
John Smith, 1882?
No, I wish. Again, would be more interesting.
That's a really old Simpsons joke.
Yes. But the basic premise is he's trying to evade capture by these other aliens, and he's trying to impress his not dad, Timothy Olyphant. But he also wants to be a normal kid in high school. And he befriends a weirdo girl photographer who randomly takes photos of people and puts them up on the internet without their permission. And then there's also this very dorky...
In a public place, you have no right to privacy.
Yeah. And then there's this kid who's picked on by school bullies. The lead school bully dated the girl who's now a creepy photographer, and everybody's drama is intersecting with each other. But the difference between it and Twilight is, but Twilight is so silly that I kind of can't look away at the melodrama of it. This one is just like, guys, do something interesting, please. I am bored as sin. And it doesn't have anything fun going for it until... At one point, Timothy Olyphant is kidnapped by a bunch of conspiracy theorists who were paid off by the evil alien race to kidnap him and lure in number 4. And at one point, they have the conspiracy guy gone to the ground, and he goes like, "Sure, whatever. What do I know? I'm just a conspiracy guy. Nobody believes me." And I'm like, "Stop it. Stop with this dialogue. Enough." By the time it ends. They end with a nice big old fuck you of like, we're going to have a franchise. And I'm like, in your dreams you are. It was insulting. If people are fans of these books, I think that they actively need to bang on Michael to Bay's doors and demand their money back from.
He said bang on his doors. I said, bang Michael Bay.
I think we should revoke Michael Bay's privilege to direct any movie for another year or so that he can spend the money he would use making that movie to repay anybody who paid for this film.
Direct this movie, I'm pretty sure.
I don't care. He put up the money. DJ Caruso's not to blame here. This is Michael Bay going like, say, what if we tried to make Twilight but boring? I'm putting this solely on his shoulders.
Wait,
Because
let's back this up. I know we're going long, but you actually think Twilight's good filmmaking?
Compared to this, yes.
But you said
compared to this.
Okay.
Compared to I Am Number 4.
Twilight is not good.
If your goal is to make the counterpoint or the counter programming Twilight for boys, you fucking failed. You have not come even close to understanding why those YA adaptations work. And I have to imagine that because this is a YA adaptation, again, it's similar to Divergent. You need to give the movie the time it needs to breathe because you're adapting a book that's very popular. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone handles this fine. Because even though it condenses a bunch of stuff, if you feel like you've lived in the universe, I don't feel like I lived a goddamn minute inside the I Am 4 universe before I was like, excuse me, what's going on? Why do I care? What the hell's going on? Why are these villains paper thin and I don't give a shit? It's frustrating. At least Divergent gave me intriguing elements of story. This one has no story. It's just so disappointing, and the fact that it occupied any number of screens for any number of weeks is an insult to the art form of cinema itself.
Damn.
Yeah, I was not a fan, and I didn't appreciate paying $4 to Michael Bay's coffer to watch this.
That's
fucking
awesome. You had to
movie.
pay for it.
Yeah,
Corinne, what was the next movie you watched?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be mean.
So, I started Top Secret 5th, but it was the last one I finished because of shenanigans I'll talk about later. So the 5th one I finished was Trance.
There's something hidden inside me. What is it?
It's a memory.
A memory?
A memory of what you did.
Anyone can steal a painting.
Let's start the bidding at £5 million.
All it takes is a bit of muscle. But no piece of art is worth a human life.
Stop right there.
No piece of art is worth a human life.
Where is it? I can't remember. I got hit on the head. That you remember.
Have you ever been hypnotized before?
Whatever is in his head, she can find.
I want you to relax, Simon.
Stop. What can you make him do?
Anything.
All part of your plan. Two of you planning it together.
She put that there. It's not real.
He wants the painting for himself.
I don't believe that.
Where is it? Why did you lie to me?
The memory is locked in a cage. And with enough force, the lock can be broken.
Elizabeth, I have something to tell you. You ready? And remember.
Which wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a heist, sort of a thriller movie. Like a mental, like mindfuck thriller.
There's an art heist in there, but again, I
yeah.
dare you to tell me that it's there.
Yeah, like an art heist, and there's like this whole plot about like hypnosis. Like James McAvoy steals a painting, but doesn't remember where he put it. So his like criminal crew makes him go see this hypnotherapist, played by Rosario Dawson. And I mean, you can tell pretty much right away, like she already knows what's up. So yeah, spoilers for Trance, I guess. But yeah, she's behind the whole thing, more or less. I won't give away the whole thing because there is like backstory to like
really
why
against your
she's doing
character.
it. But I will say there is a whole plot point about how she gets with James McAvoy and she shaves her pubes before they have sex.
No. My favorite part of this movie is that it's a massive twist that's very reliant on Rosario Dawson's vagina.
Yeah, which has made watching Ahsoka really weird now.
Yeah.
Thanks. But yeah, wasn't terrible. At least it was short and Vincent Cassell was in it. So that was kind of fun.
2 interesting points of a review.
Vincent Castle, Rosario Dawson's shaved pussy.
Well, I was going to say, I was thinking it's short and Vincent Cassell is in it, but that's another.
That's just the quote on the DVD thing. Rosario Dawson shaved pussy. Henry Jarvis, Real Nerds Podcast.
From Danny Boyle, director of that movie with Rosario Dawson shaved pussy.
Yeah, it wasn't a terrible like heist mind thriller movie. So
yeah, cool. Yeah.
Brad.
All right, my 5th movie is where I started to dive into the horror movies I was given, and the first one was The Devil Inside.
South Hartford 911. What is your emergency?
3 people.
Ma'am, what's the problem?
3 people are dead. I killed them.
Ma'am.
When I was about 8 years old, my mother murdered 3 people.
Police arrived
She
at the home.
had committed these murders during an exorcism. An exorcism performed on her. The Holy Church got involved, and she was transferred to the Centrino Mental Hospital in Rome. So here I am. You start wondering, is it in my genes? Am I gonna flip out one day?
Just precautions. If she became so difficult, there is a panic button on the wall.
Maria, I'm your daughter.
Connect the cuts. Connect the cuts, connect the cuts.
If you really want to help your mother, you need a better understanding of exorcism.
What do you suggest?
You need to see a real one. Where is she?
I had to move her downstairs to the basement.
This is a combination of science and religion based on my background in medicine.
Let's begin.
Isabella. She said my name.
I found 4 voices on the recordings.
What does that mean?
Multiple demonic possession.
Please help my mother.
This isn't consistent with any form of possession that I've ever seen. I'm sorry, Isabella.
Spider came down.
Isabella, don't listen to it.
Down came the rain. And washed the spider out.
No, I don't know.
Came the sun and dried up everything.
Let my mother go.
You'll burn.
Which is a possession movie, which are never terrifying to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like if I was in a room with one of those people, I just like, cool, whatever. I'll leave. Yeah, or
You're on the demon's side.
Let's just beat the demon out of him. Yeah, so
I just got the image of Jonah Hill in This Is the End. Do you?
You need a demon movie where just a bunch of random people with baseball bats are hitting the possessed person until the devil comes out.
Does it compel me? Does it?
Does it? Does it compel me?
Yeah, so it's a found footage documentary of this girl whose mother was possessed, and the movie starts out with these 2 officers at the crime scene. They're going through the basement, doing a vlog of, here's this thing, here's this thing. Kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake starts, like clips of, this is based on a true story. It's not. It's just all these hypothetical things. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, then it cuts to all that is the crime scene of the mom of this household, and then it cuts to like 20 years later, daughter's all grown up, and she's curious about like I want to find out what happened to my mom. Like I need a definitive answer. Was it really possession or is she crazy? And so she enlists the help of more priests, much like Silence, to go find. And they're like, the Vatican's like, no, don't do this stuff. We're not authorizing it. And then eventually she convinces the two to like go on this journey with her, and it plays out exactly as you expect. They find other possessed people, and then the devil's able to transference, and so they get possessed themselves, and then it ends in this disappointing car crash. Where it's like, oh, the movie's over. Okay.
Yeah, I remember walking out of that in the theater going like, why the fuck did it end that way?
Because they ran out of money, I think.
Yeah. and again, similar to I Am Number 4, one of the biggest sins that this movie has is that it's fucking boring.
Yeah, it's boring. Although I would say for like a low budget, almost indie film, like the car crash is pretty impressive. Like it's the GoPro camera in the car and it's spinning around and everyone's like rolling around in it. Like that's pretty amazing they achieved that on a low budget. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing to have this like they go there's a hospital scene and finally like the main girl's possessed, and then they just like the characters just end up in the car and you're like, oh, it's gonna go to like the big finale, and then like they crash and it's like that's it. You sat through all this for that.
Yeah.
No one lives. There's no resolution. Nothing.
You feel like you've just been actively robbed, but the difference is there wasn't a gun underneath your ribs demanding the money.
Yeah, probably the coolest part is that like middle possession scene where they got the body contortionist to do it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm not saying that like there's useless. It's useless overall. It's just that like as something that you are expecting some kind of like full rounded storytelling, it decides to just say we don't fucking care.
Yeah, we ran out of money. We're done.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, possession movies I'm never like, I'm not literally like ever scared or interested. So I was predisposed to be like, this is probably my review is gonna be this way. So
given the fact that I enjoyed like The Last Exorcism, the one that Eli Roth produced, I thought Devil Inside might be fun, and then when I walked out, I was like, nope.
My favorite movie like this is The Exorcism of Emily Rose, which everybody should see.
That is a good exorcism movie that people should watch.
So I only have 2 left, and I'm going to save my favorite film throughout this whole thing for last because I'm going to take motherfuckers to the floor for making me watch Climax.
If you couldn't dance, what would you do? Suicide. Ça représente quoi la danse pour toi? C'est tout pour moi. La danse, c'est tout pour moi. J'ai que ça.
Est-ce que t'es prêt à beaucoup de choses pour réussir?
C'est-à-dire?
Oh, you're so good. You liked it? I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier.
Truc qui monte.
Qu'est-ce que t'as? Tu sais garder le secret. Ce qui ne me tue pas me rend plus forte.
Climax is a movie that is a French piece of shit film where it's interpretive dancing, and then they take LSD through like a punch at this dance thing they're doing
against their will.
Sure.
It was spiked.
And then I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's just them talking about their relationships, and then there's some little kid there for some reason, and his mom's there, and she's like, I am a good mother, aren't I? And he's like, yeah, mommy, you're good. But it's in French.
Well, in Europe, you're allowed to take LSD at a younger age than America.
Okay.
Yeah.
One, LSD doesn't make you act that way.
Timothy
I'm
Leary
just
is
gonna put
a
that out
god
there
to
right
them.
now. And I guess the big claim to fame of this is the 42-minute single shot of the mummy girl going, like ripping up the fucking room and like freaking out. And I'm like, what the fuck is this piece of shit movie? Like there is no structure to it at all. Then I went back and after I watched it, my head hurt. I literally took a break from watching movies after I watched this because it was so bad. I went back and
It's killed cinema for you?
I read that like 90% of the people in there are just dancers, and they improv'd all the lines. Like, oh, that makes sense because none of this has any, I don't know. Structure. Exact. Thank you. And then I'm reading critics about, I think it's like 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. And they go, oh man, this is like a head trip that you won't believe. And it's so uncomfortable because they talk about abortion. And I go, no, this movie sucks. And I just want to point out that Henry gave this a better review than Spider-Man No Way Home on Letterboxd. I'm like, what the fuck?
But to be fair, I just don't think that highly of No Way Home. I gave this only 2 stars, I think.
You gave it 2.5. You gave No Way Home 2 stars.
Oh, okay.
So it's like,
Fair
really?
enough.
Spider-Man No Way Home is amazing. And I forget what movie Brad gave this a higher grade than. I was like, really? That's what we're going with. This piece of art interpretive bullshit that is so pretentious, has its head so far up its ass that I can't even tell you. Like, if you want to and the only thing I will say, this is why I gave it half a star, because it's his shortest film. Because if I would have got Enter the Void, that is 3.5 hours long, I would have been pissed. Because this film is 97 minutes, and it felt like a fucking eternity. Because there's literally the mummy lady for like 25 minutes going from room to room on LSD. By the way, this is what happens when you're on LSD. Going from room to room on LSD going, and then she's like screaming and rolling around on the floor like, and then she just wakes up and leaves at the end of the thing. And then the cops come and say, oh, there's a dead girl. Oh, they killed her boy. Oh my God. It's so shocking.
So like it's the end of X, but if it were stupid.
Yeah. And then I already knew I was in for trouble when it says French and proud of it.
Wait, does it really say that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it does.
The opening credits, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
A film by Gaspar Noé. Boom, boom, boom.
Honestly, Ryan, I don't understand what is it about critics and seeing a French movie about absolute garbage that
I don't know.
That they're like, oh yes,
So-
this is the best movie ever made.
So honestly, this is my problem with films sometimes and critics. And I know I'm going off tangent here, but it's an independent film and it's made by a director that people respect, or whatever Gaspar Noé is. And they just go, oh, this is just so unique. Wow, this is so cool. And when Brad always hates when when I describe things as independent, but this is what I think of, where there's no structure. It's just a lot of noise and trying to be shocking for the shock of being shocking. And it's not shocking. It just grates on me. You know, shocking to me is when I saw Delivery in Telluride Horror and the mom delivers her baby and stabs it with a fucking scissor. You know, that's shocking to me. Oh, spoilers for the end of that movie.
Damn it.
But this isn't shocking to me. This is just obnoxious. And like the dialogue is so bad and it takes so long to get going. It's like an hour and 10. Well, no, I guess it'd be 45 minutes because there's that 42-minute shot at the end. But it's just 2 talking heads. And they go, I like drugs. You don't like drugs? You should like drugs. I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? Kill me. Thanks, Brad.
Yeah, well, I guess be glad you didn't get Enter the Void.
Yeah. Oh, every day.
You still could though.
I hit on the director, and each film is like 3 hours long. I'm just going, oh my God.
No, I remember.
I lucked out.
When you do this, I remember thinking, like, this is honestly the best case scenario for you to
It
get
is.
a Gaspar
If you
Noé.
could take my nightmare, it would be French cinema drugs, quick cuts, pretentiousness, and piss poor acting, and it's just like all in a blender. And the whole time is like nightmare fuel for me. And I remember my wife came out and she says, "What am I hearing?" Because it was literally that girl was screaming for like 10 straight minutes. And she comes out and Laura says, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "I don't know." Why is it called Climax? I don't know.
Nobody climaxed in it?
No.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, there is like one naked chick who like starts making out with that mummy girl like in the middle of this like one take scene. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe it's the whole movie is just a third act of a larger movie, and he was going to shoot it out of order, and got to the end of this and was like, there's nowhere to go with this.
No, because I read too he shot it in order on purpose because he's French and fucking weird. Yeah, you should read all about this film, and it won awards.
It did. Well, people love him for a reason,
but I don't understand. I mean, I know Brad loves Enter the Void, but like I whatever.
It's really creative.
So, do we all hate Brad now?
Pretty much.
Did he give us
did
our
before this.
worst movies on all of our
I
lists?
hated Brad before it was cool.
I know I went on a long tirade, but that film drove me insane.
I feel like the better case scenario is that if you get Love the next time we do this, which is his film that's a mix between this and Enter the Void, because it's 3 hours of just people fucking.
You know, Ryan, maybe you and I need to switch it up. I'll watch Climax, and you can watch I Am Number 4. Maybe we'll both be more positive at the same point.
No, I would watch I Am 4 18 times in a row before I ever watch Climax ever again.
I saw the movie. No, you wouldn't.
Instead of watching Climax, yes, I would.
I guess if you had a gun to your head.
No gun needed.
Right. 3 minutes into Climax, he just reaches for his holster.
Like,
oh no! We're gathered here today to mourn Officer Frost, killed in the line of duty.
I don't carry guns. I don't believe in them.
By Gaspar Noé and his art.
Henry,
all right.
What's your last film?
My last film was The Editor.
He toils in the shadows, in a world of make-believe, where the only reality is terror. A man walking the razor's edge of sanity and madness.
And what if Claudio were to suddenly die, huh? What then?
Don't worry about that silly little man. You can cut it as many times as you like. He's pathetic.
Interesting how that name keeps coming up. Editor.
Horror, obsession, lust, and blood pour from the camera's unblinking eye, and you've got a front row seat to murder.
You don't want to leave things like this lying around. In the wrong hands, they become weapons.
The Editor. He'll leave you on the cutting room floor.
Which is a movie.
Is it though?
So, here's the thing. I actually really enjoy like Vinegar Syndrome type movies because it's always fun to see like, okay, we found this mentally unstable pervert, and we gave him an ungodly amount of money, and this is what he created. I find that fun. It's less fun when we find the people today who are like, I really love the mentally unstable pervert, and I want to make movies like him. So, and The Editor is kind of one of those movies. I will say, I've discovered this about myself. I don't like any Gallo movie. I just don't like any of them. And this movie's a very big homage to Gallo movies. So, it was hard for me to get into it for that reason, because you have that, like, issue, like, with dub stuff, where it's like, it doesn't match up when you put on, like, if it's, like, it's in English, but it doesn't match up or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And there's no way to fix that. It's always wrong.
Super distracting.
Yeah, I hate it.
But see, I don't mind, like, Suspiria, because, because half the cast is American.
Yeah.
But it is distracting when half the cast is American, and then they have the Italian actors miming,
or like a Good, Bad, and the Ugly or Fistful of Dollars, like that.
Yeah.
It kind of works with that.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I just think the Italians should have learned how to sound edit. But
Why
anyway.
don't you go back in time and yell at them about it?
I've tried. But anyway, one thing I thought was missing from the previous films that I had watched for this challenge was there weren't enough rockin' tits. And there are certainly a lot of rockin' tits in this movie. So it was a good final taste for the
rocking tits.
There is
That's like a new Vinegar Syndrome movie. Rocking tits.
This is directed by the Astron 6 guy.
Yes, it's
isn't
an
it?
Astron 6
I
production,
got
yeah.
Leprechaun Returns, which is directed by that guy too.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
That's
I
fun.
got a Sci-Fi Channel version of
Yeah.
this experience though. So fuck
Yeah.
you for having more fun, I guess.
So it's there's fun to be had here. I don't think it's necessarily for me because what it's trying to do an homage to is not for me either. But if you love a lot of gratuitous nudity, and there's like some really are some
I'm
very
listening.
fun like gore effects. Like there's one time that someone rips someone's face off because they think they're wearing a mask, and like you see like an animatronic face without a face happen. And he's like, oh, wait, it wasn't a mask. And they just mush the skin back on. And then it cuts and she's fine. There's like fun to be had for like that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of like fun stuff. But then there's a lot of stuff like what you say where it's like an attempt to be shocking. But the attempt itself is just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And so it's not as authentic, you know?
Yeah, that's a great way of more apt than my.
But, if you love rockin' tits and you love Gallo,
I do.
maybe you'll love the editor. Who knows?
I'm indifferent on Gallo, but
Yeah.
I am a fan of rockin' tits.
Yeah, so.
I put this on the list. I don't remember anything from it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like,
It is very much a blur.
I will say, so they also did Psycho Gorman, and the first time I saw Psycho Gorman, I'm like, man, I am just not into this.
Did they do Psycho? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And but then the Blu-ray came out, and I got the Blu-ray because the Blu-ray was packed with features. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. And then when I watched Psycho Gorman again, I had way more fun watching it because I think I got used to the tone and their
Style of humor.
Campiness.
Yeah, their campiness. Because but yeah, I haven't seen the editor though. I should.
Yeah, I kind
For
of
the
went to
Rockin'
this challenge
Tits.
thinking that the editor would be one of the worst movies, and it definitely wasn't. So, but yeah,
Wonderful. All right, I'll go out on a high note, which I'm like Little Monsters and Weathering with You. I really, really liked, but I really love when we're on Real Nerds and a movie surprises me. And the biggest surprise was Water for Elephants.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most spectacular show on earth.
Excuse me, sir, can we help you? You know circuses?
1931. It was the Benzini brothers.
That's the most famous circus disaster of all time. Are you telling me that you were there for...
Right in the middle of it. I don't know if I picked that circus. But something told me that circus picked me.
The world's run on tricks. Everyone plays.
You're a beautiful woman. You deserve a beautiful life.
A star, George. Out there, I got nothing.
Who put Water for Elephants on this list? You do? Okay, you've redeemed yourself for I Am Number 4.
Not what I wanted.
This
I wanted to break him.
Well, here's the problem. Here's what you did. You thought about the Robert Pattinson, Reese Witherspoon thing and thought, well, gee, Zach's not going to care about that. Here's what you didn't reckon on. Hal Holbrook, Christoph Waltz, and set in the fucking Depression in a circus.
Yeah,
and that's your problem.
So I guess I wouldn't know that.
Yeah, that was your big mistake is not reading this plot synopsis and go, well, gee, Zach's a sucker for all this shit. So, like, it is very, very. I was very surprised by how well its melodrama got its hooks in me. Basic plot is. Robert Pattinson is a veterinarian school. Is a guy going to veterinarian school, but his parents die in a car crash, and so he joins the circus in an effort to kind of find his identity. He finds his way onto this circus led by Christoph Waltz, where he gets hired on as a veterinarian, and it's really about him, I guess, falling in love with Reese Witherspoon and thusly having an affair with her that Christoph Waltz does not like.
That's a bingo.
Kind of, yeah.
Supposed to have the affair with the elephant.
The reason it's not 5 stars.
Dick.
The reason it is not 5 stars is because it didn't have rockin' tits and it didn't have Robert Pattinson fucking an elephant.
Yes,
that's his trunk, not his dick.
I
Don't you
think
know elephant anatomy?
Oh, I see. This is
Hey,
a large
nice
elephant
bust out of
cock.
Christoph Waltz. Brad does impressions.
I will say that like it touched on everything I kind of tend to like in a saccharine film, from geezer exploitation on down to the magic of the Depression and the circus. It had a good tone about it that I was able to jive with. I was actually very, very, like, I found myself crying near the end because the ending in particular has...
Water is for elephants.
Primarily because the whole like wraparound is that Hal Holbrook is old Robert Pattinson, and I really hope that when Robert Pattinson reaches Hal Holbrook's age, he just looks like Hal Holbrook. But
my tears are for you, Dumbo.
Tears for Dumbo should be the sequel to the film. But basically, like, the wraparound story involves Hal Holbrook as like older Robert Pattinson going like, oh, I escaped the old folks' home to go to the circus with my son who did not show up. So he ends up talking to the circus promoter for 2 hours, conceivably telling him this story. And part of me wants an alternate film where Hal Holbrook is just describing the plot of this film. But by the end, he was just like, I don't really like the old folks' home, and my children are clearly forgetting to visit me. Can I join your circus and be a ticket taker at the age of 88? And he goes, yes. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm crying right now. This is beautiful. I will say the problem with this film, and I think it's just a thing that just naturally didn't click. Reese Witherspoon is good. Robert Pattinson is good. Everybody's good in the film. Robert Pattinson and Reese Witherspoon don't really have any chemistry to their relationship. It's very lacking. You do kind of wonder, like, why the hell do you people even care about each other? And part of it also has to do with Reese Witherspoon's characterization of, like, well, I'm an opportunist, and that's why I married Christoph Waltz and still stay with him even though he beats the shit out of me. It's lacking in something that would otherwise make this work for me. I think Francis Lawrence, the guy who directed it, he's also done Red Sparrow and the Hunger Games films. He keeps surprising me as a director because he has a grasp on cinematic language, even at a base core level, that makes me enjoy some of his stuff. Like Red Sparrow was a good Hitchcock imitation. Hunger Games movies that he's done are really good. So, yeah, I was thankful that I finally got to watch this film. And I recently found out this is one of my sister's favorite movies, so now we have something to watch together as a family.
The only thing I remember about this movie is I saw it with my mother-in-law and my wife, and my mother-in-law kept on leaning over and saying, why is her chin so pointy? Talking about Reese Witherspoon. I didn't know how to respond to it. And I in the theater, I was like, because now every time I see her, I just think of her pointy chin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but yeah, also Christoph Waltz, just about 2 years after Inglourious Basterds, he gets this in The Green Hornet. Green Hornet's not a great movie, but like his participation in both of these movies elevates the films
I think
in
the
different
Green
ways.
Hornet's better than people give it credit for.
I do too. I agree. But yeah, Christoph Waltz actually nails it, and he's really good at making you believe yes, I ran away and joined the circus, and I'm also an abusive piece of shit. I think his version of the whole opening of Inglourious Bastards in this movie is when he basically knows that Robert Pattinson and Reese Witherspoon have feelings for each other, and he makes them dance for him. And I'm like, this is creepy. And this movie's PG-13. Why is this here? It does also have a shit ton of violence in it for a PG-13 movie. There's a lot more blood than I was expecting. And I'm like, what? God, this movie's brutal. And yet
blood for elephants.
Yeah, blood for... That's the Astron 6 version of this movie. Water for Elephants. Watch it. It's actually really good.
Corinne, your final film.
I saved the best for last. My last film that I finished was Top Secret.
She knows just what to do. Got a girl named Sue. She knows just what to do.
Look, I'm not the first guy who fell in love with a girl he met in a restaurant who then turned out to be the daughter of a kidnapped scientist, only to lose her to a childhood lover who she'd last seen on a deserted island and who turned out 15 years later to be the leader of the French underground.
I know it. It all sounds like some bad movie.
Got a girl named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. Got a girl named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. She rocked me to the east, she rocked me to the west, but she's the girl that I love best. So tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy. I walk by the loo bam, a lot bamboo.
Oh man,
Ryan's
my two
pick,
spoofs. Nice.
Another spoof movie. So about a third of the way into watching the DVD or the Blu-ray that
Thank
Ryan
you.
lent me. I know DVD triggers you. So about a third of the
It's
way
okay, Ryan. It's okay.
into the movie, all of a sudden my Blu-ray player stopped working and didn't get it to work ever again after that. So had to bust
Secret
it
killed your
open
Blu-ray player.
and rescue Ryan's disc. And now I had to order a whole new Blu-ray player, and I cut my hand open. So, we the nerds shed blood, sweat, and tears over episode 600. So y'all better appreciate that at home. But
did you watch the other movies, the other 5 on Blu-ray? Because I was gonna say maybe
No.
those movies killed your Blu-ray player. Like,
it literally killed my Blu-ray player. Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.
But it actually was pretty good.
Yeah, it's
I
a
would
fun
watch it
movie.
again. It
You
said
watch
that
it for
was,
the anal intruder.
Oh boy, yeah, there were a couple of jokes I was not a fan of, but
Why? That's funny.
I knew I was in for a fun ride when, in the first 2 minutes, it got me twice. One of the first jokes is this evil guy is on top of a train, and the cool secret agent, who's played by Omar Sharif, by the way, who's I did not realize he was going to be in this movie. But he's oh no, he sees the bridge coming, so he ducks down. And then the evil guy is huh? And then he hits the bridge. But then rather than falling off or getting decapitated, he's fine.
Yep.
The bridge gets destroyed, but he's just standing there. And then Omar Sharif's oh shit, yeah, I'm out. And then we cut to the German High Command, and it tells you that with a sign in English. So yeah, I was okay, this should actually be pretty fun. And it's made by the same people who made Airplane, I guess.
Yep.
That's what it said on the Blu-ray.
The Abrams.
And
Abrahams.
it's been a long
Zucker and Abrams.
yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Airplane. I don't remember liking it that much. Obviously, there are some jokes in it I liked, but
I would hope this urges you to go back to Airplane because it still really works.
But I think I liked this better than what I remember of Airplane.
Yeah. It's a really silly movie, but it's things, when Val Kilmer has that one French Resistance lady in, and he sings "Are You Lonesome Tonight?" but it's set to a J.C. Penney jingle,
Right?
It's
Oh man,
silly.
there's so many good gags in it.
There's a great special feature on the Blu-ray where they talk about how they filmed the shot in reverse. That's
Yes.
a minute long.
With Peter Cushing in it.
Yeah.
And I think two of my favorite gags were when Val Kilmer, who looking really good in this movie, by the way, when Val Kilmer goes to the dinner and he gets the note from his friend and he's reading it, and then you just kind of hear this voiceover of like, oh, well, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to dinner. My voice isn't very good. And then you see his friend walk into shot with like a megaphone. Is this helping at all? And then my second favorite was probably they're at the shootout at the little rebel compound, and they start busting through the windows whenever they shoot the guns, and Val Kilmer ends up playing tic-tac-toe with.
Well, it also has it in that part where he's introducing all the French resistance people.
Right.
I love the part where he's and they're introducing, says, and déjà vu.
Oh,
and the guy says, have we met before? And he says, I don't think so.
Which,
and then it keeps on the guy for a beat, and he turns his head away, then he looks back at him suspiciously. It's like the most throwaway bit, but it is chef kisses.
There are a lot of funny background bits.
Yep.
Where just they don't take long with them. They don't sit on them forever. There were a lot of great gags in the movie, and of course the final one where she's saying goodbye to all of her rebel friends, and I was like, this feels very Wizard of Oz. And then right as I think that, she's like, and I'll miss you most of all, Scarecrow. And then she's a literal scarecrow and then gets on the plane.
Did you watch the credits?
Yes.
So
yes,
so that's what's great about the Zucker Brothers movies too. Is Airplane has the recipe for a perfect chocolate chip cookie or something.
Yeah.
And then they just have stupid stuff
Yeah,
throughout
I did
of it.
see the space for rent or something
Yeah.
in there. And then of course more of Val Kilmer's beautiful face while he's singing.
I kind of want to
Skeet
risk
shooting.
that. I want to risk the health of my Blu-ray player and borrow it from you now, Ryan.
If it breaks another Blu-ray player,
Well,
we'll
I
know
have
it's
a DVD.
cursed.
It's
if any
so
of it
good
as well.
that
If anybody wants the DVD, they may have it.
It's so good that it literally your Blu-ray player goes like, this is it. This is all you get now at a cinema.
Yeah, I had to finish watching it on my roommate's Xbox, and I was like, if this breaks her Xbox,
It's a cursed
Ryan.
disc. There's a plot for you.
Oh, nothing. I just told him I'm going to put him on the JCPenney mailing catalog. Brad, what's your last one?
All right, my last one was the most expensive of mine to watch because it was only available on Netflix, and I had to sign up for that. So, my last one is There's Someone Inside Your House.
Look, it's pretty obvious here. You're a good kid. There's a lot of pressure to be perfect. Sometimes it's easier to be ourselves around strangers than our own friends. You had no relationship with Jackson?
No.
The fuck?
You're in my house, so I can legally kill you! This isn't who I am, this isn't me.
Seems the killer wore a mask with the victim's face and was intent on exposing intimate information.
Jackson Pace took a knee on the field of life. Hope they're serving Fireball up in paradise, brother.
Now I want to die.
Doesn't make sense, you know? Why would the killer go after Jackson?
He got secrets.
Careful out there, friend. Crazy people in this town.
I have a secret. I accidentally ran over a hitchhiker and dumped his body into the ocean. Is that bad?
I just want to live.
Shit, there's someone wearing Rodrigo's face!
You guys just are who you are.
I don't want to die.
You don't have any secrets.
I just want to live. I don't want to die.
You can't hide anything anymore.
Rakani, I know who you are. Whatever little game this is,
I don't want to die.
whatever you think you know, you don't know shit!
I just want to live. You know my secret.
Hi, the killer's here. He's wearing a mask on my face and he's forcing me to record offensive hate speech and
Oh.
Which-
Man, that's awesome. That's mine too.
Which, you said was, it's yours, and you said it was going to be absolutely terrible, and it, like a lot of the movies on my list, was just meh. It's a story, it starts out pretty good. There's an opening sequence where there's some jock alone in his house. He comes home, and he, in typical slasher movie fashion, he's on the phone, realizes someone, feels like there's someone inside the house, so he starts inspecting the rooms, gets in the closet, gets attacked. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. The title, there's someone in your house. And the rest of the movie, there's never anyone else inside anybody's house. It's a metaphor for, like, one of your friends is the killer. Because, the main characters, who I don't remember any of their names.
Always a good trademark of a film.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was like a star football guy who died, and so it affects the community, and then everyone's kind of like wary about who's next, and they each get picked off one by one, and then the ending is in a corn maze, and you find out with as soon as, like, the dude's, he's all disguised, but as soon as he's got the props, the weapons, given the scene earlier in the movie about his dad being a Nazi memorabilia guy, you're like, oh, it's that guy. So the reveal after that is not surprising.
No.
You know who it is. And then the whole movie, I'm just going like, why is he killing his friends? And I get he hates his dad, but why is he taking it out on everyone else?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason I don't like it is because, I love slasher films, and I know a lot of them are just throwaway, but this one just felt cheap to me, because the opening is cool. It's kind of Scream-esque, and I was expecting more home invasion stuff, because the title of the film is there's someone inside your house, and so I just kept on expecting it, but it literally just devolves into this, I'm just going to kill people because I'm a Nazi.
Yeah. They, like, pad for time by, like, introducing, like, each of these characters is dealing with, like, modern problems, like, really quickly, like a real quick, dry, like, once over of things kids these days are struggling with, but they really don't have any relevance on the actual murders at hand. So yeah,
it's kind of like sticking bashes against eco-friendly protocol in the Leprechaun Returns movie. It's kind of like, why did you pick this to do?
And that's always a struggle in horror films, I think, too, personally, is they either are really good or they just can't sustain their premise for that long. And this is definitely one of those films.
It sounded like your film deserved a Nazi leprechaun as opposed to just a regular Nazi.
Yeah. And when you make a slasher film, like, the kills have to be cool, and none of them really are.
Exactly.
Like when the one guy at the mansion's, like, crawling through the air duct, and, like, you're like, how did the killer, like, get from in the room to, like, through the drywall to get to start poking holes in the air duct? Like, that doesn't make sense. And then the kids drive the car into the fire in the corn. Like, of course it's going to explode. Like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Man, you're just saying this stuff, and I'm remembering why I hate this movie.
Yeah, it would have been safer for you to just, like, walk your ass into the corn maze and get everyone out than driving the car in. You just made it worse.
My last one is actually my favorite film I watched, and it's actually a really good movie. It's The Killing of Two Lovers.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah?
What do you call a pile of kittens?
What?
A meowton.
Come on, Dad. Meowton. Terrible.
Live my life, painted in a corner.
You working?
Yeah.
This early?
Yeah, Dad. Stop digging. Think we're doing the right thing?
David, I love you. You love me. We're trying to figure this out.
By the time
I'm listening, Dad.
Love is a feeling, and feelings, they move in, they move out. Mom's cheating on you.
Would you hit me?
What's his name?
Derek.
Yeah, it's so late.
I know I didn't get to say bye, so I just want to come by and say goodnight and I love you.
I only agreed to do this because you promised me that we were going to work through this.
You need to fight. You need to fight for us.
David, can you look at me?
This is my family. They're worth it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
I live my life, painted in a corner.
I'm truly honored that the one pick I got for anyone is your favorite.
Yeah. It's really fat because you can tell it's a really small movie, but the main character David, played by Clayne Crawford, I mean, ever since he decided to be a jerk on Lethal Weapon, he's kind of disappeared. But the opening shot is like really kind of haunting. He's in this bedroom and he has a gun pointed at this woman and this man, and he's just standing there and there's no dialogue. And I go, oh shit, is this like the opening of this movie? Is this guy killing these people? And then,
well, I mean, it does say in the title.
It does. So it's maybe a minute long, and he's just no dialogue, really no sound. And then he crawls out of the bedroom window, runs up the street, takes care of his father who's sick. Then he comes back to the house because that's the house that his wife lives in because they got separated and he's picking up his kids for school. And there's just like nothing really happens in the movie. It's basically about a guy who can't wrap his head around that his wife is going to leave him for another man and that they're living in his house. And they're setting this up big, like he's going to kill them. And you learn as you watch this that he's actually kind of a good dude and he's just really hurt. The performances are incredible in this film. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 characters in the whole movie, but they're all fantastic. And it's the shortest film I think I had. I think it's only like 82 minutes long. It's really quick. But the performances are so good. There's even this like really sad scene where he knows that his wife has a new boyfriend, but they're still trying to make it work. So he picks up his wife to go on this date, but she doesn't want to go out with him. And they talk in their car, and it's just layered with this like tension. And you know, the boyfriend shows up to deliver flowers to the wife, but they're parked away and they're just making sure their kids, nothing happens to their kids. And then her little boys come out and they destroy the flowers, and it's pretty funny. The only thing that kept it from being like a truly great film for me is the ending.
Yeah.
I think the ending is super unsatisfying.
Yeah.
I understand why they did it. But I don't want to spoil it, but
it's very much an indie film
Yeah.
ending. Like they just couldn't figure out exactly what they wanted to do. They didn't have the budget to do what they wanted to do, so they just kind of
because the climax of the film, I mean, it ends like 2 minutes after the climax.
Yeah.
But the climax, it's like riddled with tension, and you think, is this going to be the breaking point for David? And it throws a curveball.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the title is very spot on, but not in the way you think it's spot on.
Not like Drag Me to Hell is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not like Drag Me to Hell. But yeah, no, it's a really well-made film.
Yeah.
And it's very quiet, and it makes me want to watch his other films.
It flew super under the radar when it came out.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I was able to get someone to see
Oh
it.
yeah,
So,
no, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
And like I said, it hooked me right at the beginning because oh shit. But it's interesting watching because even when he, goes to the park and he has these model rockets for his kids, and they're all having fun, and his teenage daughter's really struggling with it. His sons think he's the coolest dad in the world, but the teenage daughter is old enough to understand what's going on, and it's really well made. And I think it's on Hulu is where I watched it. So if you have Hulu, if you have 82 minutes, you should definitely watch the movie. And that's with credits. I think the movie is like 78 minutes long.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Yeah.
And it's really good. So yes, Henry, you're one, and you kind of predicted it. You said you think I would actually might like it.
Yeah.
And I did. The performances alone make this movie definitely worth watching. And it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but if you like great performances, and actually, I think I was shot really well.
Oh yeah, it's the perfect example of like a very cheap indie movie that like I don't know, inspiring.
Yeah,
I guess.
it's
like,
with an indie director who, like, the ending is very independent.
Yeah.
But you know he doesn't have a big budget, but his shots are always interesting.
Yeah.
Like how he frames them. It just there's no, I won't spoil it, but there's another part where he's like the man is David is out in this field, and because it's a 4x3 framing too.
Yeah.
But the way he's able to fill the frame with David on one side and this object on the other, and how he films from the truck and the driving stuff, I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one where you go, if this guy had a lot of money,
he could make
he would make a really cool superhero movie,
yeah.
or an action film.
Yeah.
You can tell he knows.
Give him a project. I think
Exactly.
he'll do well.
He knows where to put the camera, and he knows how to get performances, and
Yeah.
he definitely does. Sweet. So that was episode 600, and even though I will have to say, there's something cool. Even though I didn't like a lot of the films I watched, you get into this rut when we do this podcast that you're going to most likely see a good movie to a great movie. And you'd never get out of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. So getting out of my comfort zone was kind of fun until I saw Cats and had to take a break. But other than that,
imagine like he's done like this 10-hour shift
Yep.
at his job. He comes home.
How did you know? That's exactly what happened.
And Laura's like, "Honey, another bad day." He's like, "I just can't. Cats, it broke me. I can't. I have to quit the force."
I'd rather work a 12-hour shift than have to sit through another. And Cats was only like 90 minutes long, dude. I thought it was like 2.5 hours.
Oh, it's only 90? I thought it was 2 hours too.
No. Oh, it might be like an hour 45. But I don't know. I don't even know what it's about. I can't even tell you what the fuck this movie is about. And I watched it.
Well, Ryan, you say that real nerds, you should give every film a chance, but I think Cats might have broken you to the point where you're like, no, never give Cats
probably
a chance.
did. Because even stuff like Climax, I'm like, okay, this sucks ass, but it's at least interesting enough. I mean, I hated it, but at least it's interesting. Cats, I hated it and I wasn't interested because I can't even tell you what the plot of it is.
Yeah.
But I think I got the plot right. I think they just want to go to heaven or something.
Yeah, they have to. But only one of them can go to heaven, so to pick which one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They have to decide on which one is most deserving to go to heaven. That's right. Or Jellicle, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Their version of heaven.
Yeah.
Jello Land.
Yeah, Jello Land. That sounds way more fun.
I don't have to learn an entire new religion just to understand this movie.
So for everybody who's been on this journey with us for 600 plus episodes, because just 600 numbered episodes, thank you. Thanks to all my friends here. We will continue next week with Bottoms. So that should be fun. And if I could have everybody be quiet right now, because one of our faithful listeners is James's mother. And she told me about 2 months ago that the ending to the podcast where I say, and that's how you fucking do it, she's not a fan of. Oh. So I have a new ending just for Miss Hart. Golly gee willikers, that was a great podcast.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram, @Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. Golly gee willikers, that was a great podcast!